again. We are back in Soulframe. Okie dokie. Holy, what a day. Let's go check our vendor shop firstly. I don't know if I'll have any of the D's nuts. Nope. I think I've already collected most of them.
The envoy. It brings us a neighbor?
It sure does, Vaminia.
Then tell it we are busy.
Okay, we are busy collecting from you. Alright, another Cogah. Wonderful. Alright. Curate's Breath. Cloud Quell. I need to build more of you. That is a-okay. So, how many curates do I have?
Bring us back a morsel next time.
Next time,
My palate is so very dry.
Indeed. Alright, there we go. Meow meow.
I know.
Alright, I think it's time for a little bit of a switch up with our armor. I actually really enjoyed the Siren set too. So, let's have a look. Yeah, we'll do this one here, I think. I really like this setup. It's really good. Bye-bye. Ooh, yeah, this looks deadly. Awesome. Okay. Let's go check out Miss Tubalcane. Hopefully she's got a positive affirmation to give us today.
Pray. Continue after.
Well, it's praying. That's close enough. Alright, so we've got a few new items that have been dropped into our inventory. So we've got the Cogah Creator. And we've also got the Cogah Locan. I do have quite a few new weapons. Well, old ones that I removed previously, but now I can actually put them into my inventory. I'm curious though. These are the 1-star weapons, but I'm gonna claim them anyway, so I will be revamping these depending on what they are. So let's do Rib 2. No space? Oh dear. That's okay. We'll go visit Capitalist Camel. So, let's have a look. Now we need slots, and quite a few of them. So I'll do that. So I've got 5 extra weapon capacity, I would assume. So, interesting that I can't claim these weapons though.
I know. More wasted coal.
Let's try the Rib 2 again. Okay, so that one does work now.
Will be brittle beyond.
We'll bring the Ansula. So we've just got...
Terrible court.
I'll leave the Solace one alone for now, and I'll leave these just sitting in the inventory. There's quite a few different weapons I want to be playing around with, but also putting a lot more rune-based work into them. So let's have a look. Previously, I was working on the Starling. And yes, we do have our greatswords. So, the Rib 2, as an example, is a short blade. Sharp, attuned to grace, but that will change. And the reason why is because it's got 2 blades, and you can also put the flit smoke right into it, which is absolutely crazy. So, what I'm thinking is attack speed, additional smite chance, that is always a very good choice. Perfect throws, I will probably bypass. Pulse smite though, however, dealing stagger is very good, but also the pulse smite reduction of enemy armor by 25 is very viable. So I'm going to put that one in. And essentially you can kind of make this a flex slot of whatever you kind of really choose to use. Stagger on sprint attacks. magic armor, that's always a plus. Stagger reflected while blocking is also quite a good choice. So I could level up one of these guys again and put that into the slot. So I think I will do that. So this will inherently force me to learn how to block a lot better, which I have not really been doing a lot of. So I may actually follow suit on the Unsula, and the reason being is because they are also 2 short blades in one, which is really nice. So let's do additional smite. Actually, I'll put that one there, this one here, and then I will do a gopher. Not a gopher, a beaver. What am I thinking? And then we'll do that there. So we'll have the pull smite reduction in armor, additional smite chance, stagger reflected back at enemies while blocking, and attack speed. So inherently, these 2 short swords are gonna absolutely smash, as well as this amazing set, and I will make that disappear just by putting a totem in the actual slot. Attack speed is also extremely good, so we'll maintain that whole setup essentially for all of the short blades, I would say. And good to note that we do have the Ember Rod, but the Blitz Smoke is absolutely insane. I believe I've got most of my runes set up, which is great. So Pull Smites turn attacks into ranged projectiles, dealing 150 damage. I think that sounds absolutely delicious, so that's what I'm going to do. I will maintain physical armor with a longsword, and I will actually put the same setup on the Ignimora. Actually, I lie. Because it's Ignimora, I'm going to keep the Everflame rune within that, because it gives me very reminiscent vibes of Fenjatar when first entering Soulframe. So there's the Ignimora. I've also got the Dwellion, which is based around the Mistgale, which is going to be really nice. So we got attack damage, we got 20%, well, 1 in 20 chance of smite. We've got the Pull Smite, reduces enemy armor and physical armor reduction, or increase, sorry, for our envoy, which is actually quite healthy at the moment. So keeping in mind and looking at the Dwellion, it is required courage, not attuned to grace. Even though that the 3 symbols are showing grace, it is actually a courage-based weapon, due to the Gildor Blessed Mora joinery that is on it. So I have given it lifesteal. However, I think I may actually ship that to a different one, but lifesteal is quite good. So I do have that. Actually, I am going to reshift Ignimora. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. If I can't, that's okay. I will have to
I know. How can I do better?
reforge this once I have it at rank 30, which is indeed what I need to do. So the perfect throw damage is useful. However, I would prefer probably the lifesteal, in all honesty. So I will reforge this with the Gildor Blessed by Mora, which will be really nice. So I am going to switch away from the use of Tethrin, even though at the moment it is extremely strong. I'm very keen to try out a few different weapons. So I will set up Tethrin with the Paragon Greatsword for now, with heavy attacks bypassing 27 armor, which is awesome. Increase life returned on regained hits by 23%. So every time you get hit by an enemy, you have an opportunity to regain that health. So I will put the Everflame rune on that one as well. Additional smite chance for the Mercurial and the armor as well. So that is our Tethrin pretty much set up. So I am curious about Prometheus, but I will play that at a later stage. I hope this actually, there we go, we transition over. That was a little bit janky, but that's all right. So this is my Flex Pact use of anything, essentially. So I have been doing the Wilder Shelter build as well. So let's jump into here and have a look. So we've got 6 extra points to use, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to bang that into the Everbound for maximum life increase, which will be really, really nice. I could put a couple of points into Tendril, but I'm probably not going to. Arcanic powers recharging more quickly when standing in water is actually quite beneficial now to use. And given the fact that I've got a lot of different points coming over from the original Oshelda Pact that fuses with the Wild Oshelda now, I'm very happy with how the Oshelda Pact operates as well. So I'm going to drop that down to about 20 courage. I'm going to increase the range a little bit, and then I'm going to balance out the spirit. So I've actually got 20 points equally spread because of the actual build that I've got set up for the pack that I'm actually operating at the moment. So this will give me a really healthy, open, all the way across the board playability of these two different weapons that I'm thinking about leveling as well. The Rib 2 and the Unsula. So that one's got 2 and 25 smite chance, and this one's got 7 and 100. The Rib 2 are really nice. So curious to see if they are a Grace achievement, as are the Unsula, but also it says required spirit. So it's interesting that its attunement is to Grace, and its attack or its requirement is spirit. So that, I would say, is definitely a bug for sure. So there's a few little bits and pieces that do need to be smoothed out when looking at weapons. So I'm definitely going to be shifting the Rib 2 most likely over to the Courage, and I've got the Starling attuned to Courage by the Quicksilver Blessed by Mora, which is really nice. This bow is absolutely sensational, as is the Juniper bow as well. So interesting to see the difference in the damage scaling for both of them, even though they are both Courage based. I have a feeling that the Starling will actually outshine the Juniper, which makes a lot of sense because this is essentially a Paragon weapon, which is really, really nice. We've got the Gwillin, we've got the Earthroot, so I'm going to maintain these as spirit based, and I've also got the Older Staff, which is quite lovely. So I haven't actually taken this one for a spin, unfortunately. So I'm going to go do that and level this one a little bit alongside the Estelle, which is absolutely sensational as a secondary weapon. A voltaic swinging gauntlet, essentially very similar to the Odiak, which is really, really nice. And I'm very excited to try the Thrice Bones, which are really cool. They sound amazing as well. So, but I am going to maintain using the Estelle, I would say. I will probably finalize leveling all of these. So let's go for a jaunt, shall we? Alright, so where are we going to go first? I would probably say I'm actually going to teleport all the way up here.
Roots from whence you've grown, voicing seed, take us home.
I love that animation. That's absolutely sensational. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go jump up and see our little friend Ruthos up here, and then I'm going to come check out this area, Credence High, especially around the swamp area. So before I do that, I do need to do a little bit of an adjustment on the sound there. There we go. That one or this one? Nope, that one. There we go. Much better. Cool. Awesome. I do have a few different settings turned off. One of them being the volumetric fog, and the reason being is because I like to see everything. It does actually change quite a lot of the look of the game, which is okay. If you turn off or on volumetric lighting, it does add a little bit more depth back into the game, which softens a little bit more of the graphical kind of look to the game. But I still have quite a lot of vision, which is nice. And I prefer that, especially because I use a lot more range weapons, but also bows specifically. So we've got some nice enemies up here, and I believe our friend that we're looking for is just up here, very close to the world tree, which was really nice. So hopefully, oh nope, we've got a dog. I'm just gonna sneak away. That's what we have. Oh nope, it's seen me. And we've got a soul. Wonderful. So we've got empowerment. Here's Ruthos. She likes to teleport, which is really nice. If you couldn't hear sarcasm in my voice, I certainly do mean it. She is quite mobile. Voila. We love taking out bosses. There is Gruel Seeker, Ruthos down. And she also drops the Grim, which is a very good secondary dagger. And a Blessed by Safine. Look, I'm not going to shake my fist at that. And Alka's Breath. Ew, fantastical. And now we've got 5,550 Silent Rose experience. That is very nice. Alright, let's go play with the Sinecure. Wonderful. Now I do note there's some more enemies over here, so I'll probably take these out and we'll just go see to the swamp. And Tantrum Lightning. We do love Tantrum Lightning. I'm kind of hoping there's some really nice little bits and pieces squirreled away here. And I don't mean that by squirrels, but look, if I find the squirrel totems, that's fine. Hey, buddy, come back here. I need you. Please. Stop running away. Ah, you're only a 3-star. Oh. Alright, I'll take you anyway. Wonderful. What level are you guys? I can't even tell what level you are. Okay, 35. Okie dokie. So, this is my first time exploring up here. So I'm very keen to see what's up here. We got some Sinecure, we got some plants, some dead trees, and a shanty-looking rubble area. Which we don't really mind coming to visit, especially when they've got mockeries. this one really doesn't want to get taken down. Okay, now that those guys are out of the way, perhaps I should put armor removal on my weapon. We'll see. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any entrances to anything. It's just a very bland area. Although there are corrupt enemies just over here. And the Sinecure, which we love. So we'll send them north to defend that. Some souls. Oh dear. Hello, Mr. Man. Goodbye, Mr. Man. And we do like the the doggo. The doggo does not like a lot of other people. Do svidaniya, Subaka. Alright, what chest have you got for me? Drax. And Gossip Quartz. So rare. Okay, let's go head off to the tower. I wonder if there's anything in there just yet. I would like to know. It would be really nice if there was. But we'll see. There's a walkway, but I'm going to be really, really tasty and just walk through the water. Is this Credence High? Ah, look at that. It is. I mean, I could have walked like 2 more meters, but that's okay. Knock knock. Open sesame. Can I please come in? I would like to see inside you. The tower. I would love to see the decor in the tower. Nope. No, no, no. Nope. 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 No. Okay. We've got a frozen archer. Wonderful. I shall take your soul. Okay, what's in here? I would like to see. Well, there's an enemy. That's something. And there's another one. That was a bit rude. With tantrum lightning outside, how dare you cast inside my tower? Alright, I have a feeling there's probably nothing in the tower. So, I'm going to pull a Rapunzel and yeet myself out the window. Oh, there's a bunny. Ooh, wait, it's a super rare squirrel. Spasiba. The dart. Oof, we do like you. Now, I wonder if it's the same as what I've got in my current setup for totems. Or it could be a different one altogether. The Spirited, so it is a different one. So, what would you be? I would like to know. The Spirited. Okay. But it said it was a magical weapon. Maybe it's for the cider? The Spirited. Am I not seeing the squirrel? Okay. It hasn't added anything to the item. The spirited, full of life. Interesting. Okay. I'm sure that was a squirrel I just picked up. Like, 100% sure. Okay. So let's look for the little magic one that I just found. It should be rare, like a super rare. A magical squirrel. They are all knows. The spirited. Okay. But I'm sure that there was a magical totem. Maybe its nameplate was incorrect. Okay. So I've got 21 out of 21 runes. So does that mean I've got everything? Let's smoke. Amberwood. Hellwind. Everflame. Alka's Breath. Orban. Torch Eternal. The Durglint. The Mistgale. Okay. So that's one's for the great swords. This one's for the regular long swords. So there must be one particular rune I'm missing. I feel like I am. So I'm gonna have to go find that one. Maybe it's like, I can't remember which one it is. Or actually, that little squirrel could have been... No, not for here. The climber? That doesn't... No. The messenger and the climber. Okay. Interesting. I wonder what other totems I have. Is that another Odiak? Because that looks like Nettle. And that looks like Skilter. And that looks like Vidigerous. So do I have extra slots? Or am I missing weapons? I don't think I am. Interesting. Let's have a look at the weapon compendium. Okay. None of the weapons that I don't have show up, apart from Solace 1. So it could just be the UI. Yeah, it definitely looks like that. But I am missing Vasp 4. I know that. Nettle, I know that I haven't got that, but that's a secondary weapon. So I think, oh, there we go. Vasp and Solace 1. Okay, so that's pretty much all the weapons accounted for. Interesting that there's another Odiak there. I've already got another one. Anywho. I'm very curious about this squirrel. If there's another one? I'm curious. Anywho, that's right. Alright, so what have we got? Let's go do a 3-star. So, I should probably burn these into my memory. So, there's an exit for a dungeon there, and that one is the Glades of Anduin. So, I should remember that one for Cogah. So, Ruthos. Oh man, I should have taken out in Cogah, but that's alright. I'll probably... Alright, I'm going to teleport here. Just because I want to test these trees. Hell yeah, Verminia. Speak to those trees. Excellent. Alright, there we go. So, let's go hang out with Mama Spider. And then we'll go do a huge rotation of the bosses. Just so I can test out these magical weapons. They're absolutely sensational. And I'm keen to see how they operate a little bit better. Although there are a few other weapons I think that could probably synergize a little bit better. Especially while leveling this pact. So perhaps I should focus on leveling this pact overall. Which I think I will. So. Oh, I don't want to awaken that enemy just yet. Not yet. I need to do that through Cogah. I need to remind myself. Cogah. 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 And it shall appear. But I want to get set up first. So, Oshelda, you are divine. So let's do that. The Starling Bow, it is very good. And it does slow enemies. Alright, I'll keep using that one. I'll keep leveling that one. That one's almost level 30, and this one's Bond level 24. I do have a couple of options, though. Garen Rude, perhaps. I haven't actually used this one in Cogah before, so I'm curious to see how well it works. I am a little bit nervous, though, especially with the life recovery of Torment. I don't really know how good that is anymore. Behest and Stampede. Alright, we'll take Rude, because hopefully it does do well. Alright, here goes nothing, Cogah. And now we're drunk. Oh, cool. It's like a blood moon. That's very cool. Okay. And I hurt myself already. Wonderful. Okay, Stampede, you are delicious. Uh-oh, she's behind me. Can I reach you from here? No. Okay. Oh, she can reach through walls? That's crazy. But you know what I can do? I can freeze you. Alright, so that doesn't really do that much damage, unfortunately. Oh, look at that. You're frozen too, Etheldred. My bad. No, no. You get to summon? That's fine. I'll hit you with a Stampede instead. Yo, okay. We can trade blows now, lady. Holy. Oh dear. I'm in trouble. Nope. No, you don't. No, no. That's a bit rude. That actually looks really cool. Stampede. Well timed. Oh dear. No, 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 no. You don't get to do that. Wow, she is very cheeky. Nope. Holy, okay. So that gives a little bit of health back, but not a huge amount. Oh no. Let me go. Let me go, let me go. Ah, no, okay. I'm in trouble. Oh dear. Okay. Let me go, let me go. Nope. Oh no, okay. Holy. Yo, wow, okay. Alright. Hopefully that finishes her off. No? Okay, maybe this will. Maybe. Wow, okay. Garen Rude. You're a solid 3 out of 5 for me, friend. Alright, that's Edler Dread done. You don't want to bless me with a rune, by any chance? That's a shame. Alright, Garen Rude, you are going back in your box. I do not really... It's a hard one with Garen Rude. I would love to love it, but I just don't. Alright, Mora's Hand on the other hand. Ho ho ho. You are divine. Alright, so we've got short blades all the way through. And then we've got the bow. Okay, let's try the riposte on bow. It's a bit strange, but okay. Voltaic, so that's level 28 almost. I'm going to put the bow away for now. The Bog and Myrtle, however. So we've got Forburn, and then we've got parries following Pull Smite. Reflect off your shield, dealing 50 damage. Parries following Pull Smite. Okay. I'll have to play with that one, but the Forburner, however, seems quite fun. And then what have we got here? Okay, so 11, 20. So we'll do Spirit. Range is fine. And then what have we got here? A little Chirp Chirp. Alright, Talisman. So what have we got? Physical 2, but we've got attack and courage +2 for the Cogah Locan. The Cogah Grod, attack and spirit, and this attack and grace for the Cogah Croutier. Okay, so what have we got here? Courage, grace and spirit. I actually quite like this one, the Cogah Locan. 2 physical defense, attack +5, and then +2 courage. That looks pretty delicious to me. So I've got 36 physical. That's 39. That's probably better. And 19 magical defense. Okay. So 35 armor physical, 22, 19. Okay. Okay. So I've got slightly more physical with Arngol's Greaves, but then I've got 39, 19, 20, 38 stability. So these are technically slightly better. even though these got better starts. It's a bit of a weird one. Interesting how they work, but 95's a solid number, so let's go with that. Alright, cool. So we're going to have to get our hands dirty by the look of it. So 20 grace. I'll chuck that into... Oh, the UI's bugged again. Okay. That's what I thought. Alright, so I may have to rejig this whole pact. So, that's built into Smolder. I'm gonna increase the courage of this pact. So, we'll do Hungry Flame. Fire within burns even brighter, taking fire damage increases weapon damage. So let's put that and that at least to 2 points each. Kin will max out, because that's always a good thing. Rooted, always a nice one. Wingspan, that's fine. Sympathy, it's an absolute in my books. And Voided. So what have we got? Spirit here. Grace. And then we'll boost Courage, because we want a lot more damage output. And then the last point, we'll just put it to Everbound, which I think will work well. So, let's see what we end up stat-wise now. Alright, so we got 26 Grace. That's pretty phenomenal. We've got our Boggin Metal Shield, so that's 112 attack at 26 Courage. So let's see where our cap's at. 111. 112. Okay. I'm okay with dropping this down a bit. Just a smidge. So we'll do 20, and then at least we'll do 10 Spirit. And then bang all that in there, and then we'll have a little bit of range, but predominantly for Ember and Ignis Wrath. This should work quite well. I can shift this though. It does give me 2 points to Courage, but then if I do Courage, Grace, and Spirit, this is actually probably just as beneficial, but it does give me slight more attack, +5. And I do drop my physical a bit. Stagger, attack +5, Spirit. I'm going to try this, actually. So, what have we got now? So, 15, 21, and 18. That's a little bit better. So, we'll just do... no, we'll keep that for now. Cool. Alright. Let's go play with Bargain Myrtle. Alright, little birdie. Take me home. Alright, so we got Rose's Bodkin. I could probably bring the Marrow as a melee. That output damage of the Marrow is actually quite good. Actually, you know what? I am going to do that. Sorry, Bob. I do love you. But Marrow has been waiting. So what have we got? We've got the Everflame, and then we've got the Mistgale. Mistgale definitely seems great. A bit of attack speed, that'll be good. Additional smite chance. We got Pull Smite, reduces enemy armor and physical armor. Otherwise, what we could do is increase our magic armor quite a bit. So 14 physical. Stability damage, stagger on dodge attacks. Okay. I might just keep the physical armor for now, because it is a lot higher. But I've actually gone down in stats, unfortunately. That's right. Okay. I hear you, little plants in the ground. And I'm going to steal from you. And then I'm going to walk away. Surprise is on you, not me. Excellent. Wait, have I got the Ignimor on? Oh, wow. What? That's cool. Alright. Hey, lady. Guess what? Ignis Roth is here to take you. Yo, look at that explosion. That's dope. Alright, you don't like headshots, clearly. Oh, I forgot. You also like to play with fire. Who's got better flame, me or you? Oof, rough. Excusez-moi, sir, s'il vous plaît. Je suis SmoothOpurrator. This is a very fun fact. Alright. Free stuff. Wonderful. We love it. Have we got a mushroom? I think we do. Yes, we do. Okay. Grand. Alright. Let's go try the Nell Knight. But before we do that, we got mockeries. Hello, friend. Goodbye, friend. I certainly do like to live on the edge, that's for sure. Alright. Number 2, number 3, and Inflammari. That was the easiest kill I've ever seen in a mockery. Alright, I wonder how this will go against the imp. Alright, let's go to Mr. Man, the Nell Knight. I love you, Sparrow. Take me home. I love that little trill. It's so good. Excellent. Alright. Is that a corrupt... Oh, it is. Alright. Corrupted doggo. A guard dog, if you will. Just gonna sneak and steal its stuff. Wait, where is the stuff? Damn it. Alright. We'll try and hurt it from here. Oh, nice. See you, doggo. Alright, so there we go. And then we'll see how we go against the Nell Knight. Of course he sneaks up behind me. That's a bit rude. Yo, okay. Oh, God. Okay. God damn it. Hey, wait. What? Okay. I'm not questioning it. Back in action. Round 2. Can I please have your soul? I kinda need you to hurt someone. Yo, okay. That'll do. Thank you. That'll do. I'm gonna try to run away now. Try as in actionable run away. Alright. Handsome sir. It's round 2. Excellent. I'll take your soul. Okay, that was explosive, literally. With a fist pump. Of course we win. Alright, so it's 85, 550 for my Rose's faction standing. So should I go check it? Is it full? Interesting. Alright, well that's Nell Knight done. We've done oh dear. There we go, bud. Come on. Parkour it. Come on. You know you can do it. Ah, that'll do. Okay. Alright, so what do we got? Webwood. And we got the imp. Can't hold. I should probably do Curlar. So maybe I can switch up the run. I'm not sure if these on high. And then we'll just see how the GPU adapts. Oh, hello, Kabocha. Hey, I got something for you. It's called fire. I should probably pick up some Weatherwood sap while I'm here. Alright, so I got 40 of those, so that's good. And I've got another tree just over here. Tasty, tasty. Hello. Excuse me. Back to roots, that's right. Oh, I swear that's a squirrel. Yep, it sure is. The Stasha. Okay. Alright, let's go take on Kabosha. Mr. Handsome Man with the giant bell. Potato salad. I got some pretty flashy moves myself, my friend. Inflammatory. Maybe not. Oh god. There we go, bud. You don't like fire, so that's great. Giant salad time. The Gome Orodox. This game looks so fun. Can't wait to get bills paid and Christmas shopping done so I can hopefully play it myself. It's a very good game, my friend. Welcome. How are you? I forget that it's the end of year and there's going to be like celebratory things happening. I'm very excited to celebrate both Soulframe and Warframe. And what I mean by that is that the update for Preludes 12 just dropped recently for Soulframe, and the Founders Packs have become available for this title. It's really, really cool. Have you ever played Warframe by any chance? I really need health. I'm certainly running on very low health here. Oh, we've got a bunny. Come here, bud. I'm not going to turn you into stew tonight, but that's okay. For over a decade? Excellent to hear. Me too. Have you been playing Soulframe by any chance, or no? Of course I get taken out by lightning. Excellent. I'm glad I activated the rejuvenation gate, because I could still keep going now. I do have something in mind. Bear with me. I'm just gonna get something set up. Really excited to hopefully play soon. Haven't got to try Soulframe yet. Do you have your whispers open by any chance, Begome? Is that how do I say your name? Begome or Begome? I'm just being a little bit of a creep. But what I'd like to do... I'm gonna send you a little gift. I hope you enjoy. I just creeped you out on Twitch. And I just actually whispered you something as well. It is. It's a very good playstyle. It's a very good game. I think you'll pick it up very quickly. If you played Warframe for as long as you have, you will definitely pick up this game. And you're very welcome, my friend. The Tethrin bundle is very good. Absolutely. I can actually showcase that for you. It's in a very good space at the moment. I'll actually just show you the... Thank you very much. How did I pronounce your name? Is it Begome or Begome? Thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. I'll take you through the different packs. Are you by any chance a Warframe founder? I really appreciate that, sir. That's awesome. Gift for a gift. I'm just really excited to share this game. So you're the first person to jump in, and you seem genuinely interested. And as soon as I asked people if they played Warframe, Begome. Okay, awesome. Thank you. This is the Wild Tethrin Pact. I can pretty much showcase the entire kit if you like. It's very cool. You can look at getting the Paragon pack, but if you're eyeing off the Tethrin, I would say it's a very good choice for multiple reasons. You get the premium currency, you get Moonsteel Thread, so you can actually switch the look of your actual gear as well. It's pretty cool. Oh, you didn't own your PC to buy Warframe banners? Yeah, I was very young too when I looked at Warframe. I think I came in roughly like 2015, I think. Yeah, it'd be about 2015. I was actually living in Canada at the time, and then I heard of Warframe, and then I moved back to Australia. I don't know why. I should have stayed in Canada. I could have just moved to London, Ontario, and worked for DE, hopefully. I mean, that's the dream, you know. But yeah, this is the whole Tethrin Pact in a nutshell. You get the Thrice Burned Flyblades, which are really, really nice. The Ivor Longblade, Scarlet Finch Guide, which is our Spirit Guide, our Sparrow. The Blaze Palette, which is like a coloration palette. The Chrysanthemum Bloom, which is actually a really difficult flower to pronounce. Chrysanthemum, because they spell it a little bit differently. I think, is it chrysanthemum or crimsanthemum? Anyway. And the Wildlings Hilt motif, which is really nice. So essentially the motifs are your glyph from Soulframe, Warframe, sorry. You do get 2 extra codes, and you get to access the Founders Merch Store online, so that's the Soulframe website. Envoy Sphere Sword skin code for Warframe, so you actually get access to a skin for any of the longswords in Warframe, so I'd assume that that would apply to, say, like the Skana, any of your Zor blades, like the Dragon Blade, or like the blade of the Zors, which is really, really nice. I myself purchased the Paragon pack, which does give you a few exclusive items. The Paragon Greatsword, you get an absolute truckload of arcs, the premium currency. You also get a lot of Moonsteel for converting your armor into stitching, which is really nice. The Paragon Parapat Talisman is also very unique. It gives you +3 stats, but it has very unique magic looks to it. The Allora's Royal Dyes palette, the Sparagon, all of them actually. You basically get all of these packs wrapped up in one bundle, which is, to me, it was very worthwhile. I thought if I'm going to go all the way with the Paragon pack, it also gives you the Greatsword, the Paragon Greatsword, which is phenomenal. And you get all of the, I think you get like 10 extra codes, access to Founders Merch Store, and then 3 of the Sphere Longsword skins. So 6 in total. So I think you can actually hand those out too. which is actually pretty cool. So there are a really, really good choice between all three of them, I would say. If you like more caster kind of style, the Oshelda is very good. The Siren, it's a little bit more like kind of sneak around-ish. It's more kind of in alignment with, say, like Excalibur. You can blind, you can use Loki's decoy, basically. So I can showcase all these three packs if you like. Tethering is very good though. So, can you upgrade them? Yeah, you can, yes. So say if you buy the Wild Tethering and you really like it, and then you look at, say, like a Shelter, it's like, I actually want to try that. And then you look at this one and you think, you actually know what? I just want to get the whole thing. Yes, you can do that. And retroactively, if you buy this one for, say, like $30 and this one, that's $60 off this one. So I'm not too sure of the conversion. I think in Canadian dollars, it's $99 for the entire pack. Where for the singular packs, I believe they're about $29.99 in Canadian dollars. But for Australian, it's about $45 in Australian. But I was lucky enough to save up enough, 149 Australian, to be able to get the Paragon pack as well. So this is a very worthwhile investment in my view. The fact that I think the way that Soulframe handled this Founders pack being released has been done really well. I'll just send you the links for their website, their Twitch and Discord. I would honestly sign yourself up to all of those, so at least you can now jump onto the account. I think I actually put it's got the redeeming link in there, so as soon as you go to that link to the Soulframe website, you should be able to just create your account, sign yourself in, and then once you've signed into your account management, just verify everything, and then drop your code in there, and you should be able to download the client as well. Geraldson, how are you? I just gave a nice little code to Bigome or Dodox. And we're just catching up about a bit of Warframe, bit of Soulframe. But I'm welcoming a brand new member into Soulframe. But how's your grind going? A little bit more to the store as well, though. You can buy packs, but don't. The ARCs are just the premium currency, so very much like Platinum. Most things that you can get in the game, you can pretty much get for free. But it's built really well, I would say. So these are the newer other packs that you can obtain through Fables, and you will. So I would recommend, if you're going to go like Founders packs, I would honestly lean towards this guy because it gives you everything. Where if you are looking specifically to one pack, I would go with like either Tethering or a Shelter. I'm very much opposed to the Spirit User. I like casting weapons myself, so it's pretty cool. But a few more other things, like you've got pretty much all the weapons in the game are within the shop, but you don't necessarily have to buy them. They're not like blueprints in Warframe. They kind of are. You've got to obtain the fragments of them. So most weapons will range from any 1 fragment to up to about 4, depending on its requirement. But most things that you can get in the game, weapon capacity slots cost you 10 of the arcs, and it does tell you how many slots you've got just up here. Not in our inventory though, unfortunately, and I really hope that that gets changed or added into, which I'm sure it will. Packed capacity, for newer players, I do believe that's different for them, because I added myself into the Preludes around Preludes 8. I was part of a testing phase where they were adding a few more bits and things into the game. So they tested out the arcs, and then they tested out a few more of the packed capacity. So as a newer player, you will have less slots in certain ways. So I'm not too sure exactly how much that is. You're downloading it now. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. My pleasure. Gonna see if I can't do some siege and level up. Oh yeah, if you want to jump in game with me, you're welcome to, Jolton. Begome, if actually you want to jump into the squad as well, you're welcome to. I do have my in-game name somewhere, but it is the same as the stream name as well. Oh wow, you just got the Paragon pack too. Hell yeah, Geraldson. Welcome to the Paragon ship. It's very cool. It's very well worth it. I will just jump into the Tethering. And to note though as well, Begum, you don't necessarily you don't stay with one particular pact. It's just your starting area class. But whatever you choose, you get a certain stat boost in. It's only about 2 or 3 points, but if you choose the Tetherin, you'll have a boost in courage, which is actually a good idea to do that, to be honest. But I chose Spirit. So Spirit encompasses the duration of your abilities that you use. Grace is your range, and courage is your strength or damage output. That's the most simple way that I can put it for the virtues. You will get a handle on things as time goes by, but I would honestly just say, just focus on your... do I want... Nah, that's right. I would definitely focus on your main focus of attunement of your weapon. So if it has these little stars and they're red and it says attunement, courage, it should say the word courage, but it doesn't. So you'll get familiar with what these mean, basically. If it says required spirit, 10 points, that means you've got to have a minimum of 10 points for that weapon to actually adapt and do well when you're using it. But I'll show you through the Tetherin Pact, and I'll just go do a quick costume change. Jam, how are you? Welcome back too. I was going to do a 645 in-depth guide, but basically I'm doing that now. We've also got a brand new envoy as well in chat. Bigome has jumped into chat, and I decided I would share one of the codes to Soulframe with them as well. So let's have a look. Is this Cogah done? 47 minutes. Nuts. I am part of a Cogah at the moment, so we'll see how well I go. This is a little bit more of like a slightly later stage part of the game, Bigome, but in short, you will meet this particular character, and essentially the stitching is being able to add different looks to a particular weapon set that you're wearing while retaining all of the armor stats that you have. So it's kind of like putting a skin over your base frame in Warframe, but being able to change the look and theme of that frame while maintaining its damage output. So that's the best way that I can kind of convert that into Warframe terms. So what I'm doing right now is still maintaining all of my armor stats that I wore originally, but I've just added these looks into my inventory. So anything with the Moonsteel, the stitching, I can basically just kind of chop and change around my look, but still have the right amount of armor. So we've got physical defense armor stats, and then we've got magical defense, and then we've got stability, which basically is kind of keeping you not falling on your butt. So think about it as being like prime sure-footed, essentially. And there are ways to mix and match different armor stats to be able to retain like a high physical defense against damage, basically. But it's a very cool game, so if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. Transmog? Zellinger? Indeed, it is transmog. Someone here that want access to Soulframe. I did actually just give a code away to Bigome just now, and they're just downloading the Soulframe client. Alright, we'll go do this guy. Actually, let's have a look. If anyone in chat... Actually, Geraldton, do you want... I'm going to see if I can actually invite you. Does it actually work? I'm sure that I can pull you into the instance. And Jam, I'm going to see if I can pull you in too. If you're open to it. You don't have to join, but I just want to test it. Because I'm pretty confident that I can actually pull people into Cogah, even though I've already started it. And just let me know in chat if it actually works. I'm sure it does. Unable to join. Okay, so it does give you that message. Damn it. Alright. I mean, I could just, like, waste this Cogah. And then just do, like, normal runs. Actually, you guys would have Cogah, right? Do I also need to chug on the Cogah to join in? Or can I come in a squad already doing it would count? How many Cogah do you have, Geraldson? Because I'm thinking if you chug a Cogah, I might be able to pull you into my instance because you're technically in the same mode. But I don't want you wasting a Cogah, though. I can just waste mine. I don't care. I can just build more. So you finished fitting crafting Orangle? Nice. How does the one work? that one's kind of like you basically just turn yourself into a wolf. You leave your body behind, so make sure that your body is in a safe location. If enemies attack it, it will transfer your consciousness back into your human envoy form. But it's basically just like a fast travel, essentially, with Arengol. It is very good. Make sure that you attack before you exit the form. It will push you out of wolf form, and then we psychically move this bunny towards us fast. Hey, bunny. Alright, bye, bunny. The Bolt, of course. What a curious name. With the Arengol pack gem, the one will just turn you into a wolf. But make sure that you attack. What is going on here? Hello? Is that bunny, like, burrowing to the middle of the world? What is this? Huh? Hello? Okay. Oh, I feel like you know what this is. This is the residual effect of the, Hand of Mora, I would say. That's hilarious. Anyway, shiny things. Unable to join objectives already. Okay, that's right. I would need to craft. I'll get back to you when I do. No worries. I can show you Geraldton if you want. I will get to showcasing the Tetherin as well. But essentially this is the showcase of Tetherin in a nutshell. So it looks very cool. Essentially this is our Nightfold or Orbiter. So basically all of your vendors, your codex essentially is this. That ancestor. I don't really want to go through too many ancestors though, because you will come across them within your gameplay. This is your tent. So this is essentially the very hub of your orbiter. So if you think about like your drifter or operator, this is where you basically set up your whole entire character before you exit out into the open world. You do get an absolute truckload of weapons as well, and you do have access to be able to use magic weapons. Bows are especially really fun. We just had the add up of the greatswords, so we've got Purity, which is really, really nice. Needle's Eye, and then we've got the very unique Paragon Sword, or Greatsword, which actually attunes to every single virtue in the game, which is Spirit, Grace, and Courage. There is Sword and Board, there's Short Blades, really, really fun, actually. This is probably one of the first Short Blades you'll come across, probably as well as Unsula. These are both very good starter weapons. You don't necessarily have to retain them for your entire game play. I've actually just reacquired mine after this update got dropped. I now have access to be able to buy weapon slots. So I've decided to pre-build these with 2 Volcane. She's very much our foundry in action, but with a little bit more depressing commentary. The Royal Tines are very cool. These originally are more of a spirit-based attunement weapon. And as you can see, it required courage is 10. I don't know if that's actually accurate. The UI is a little bit buggy still. So I'm not too sure if those stats have actually been reduced. So there are a lot of patch notes within the Discord for Soulframe as well. So there's a lot of information coming through. But the Thrice Burn Spurns, these are the Fly Blades. These are actually quite good. You do have access to other secondary weapons as well. These are the Magic User weapons. This is just duplicate copy. But this is part of the Oshelda Pact. And then you've got access to Short Blades. So it's very much like a farming game. But it's done very well. So I'm actually still trying to level up certain bits and pieces. So I am going to show off the Tetherin Pact as well. So these are technically your Warframes. They only have 3 abilities each, and you can actually upgrade a lot of things. So say, for example, transferring like your modification and fusion system over into Soulframe, you do get points. You level everything up to bond level 30. My account at the moment is level 16. Once I get some of the newer weapons upgraded and leveled, I will go up in my overall rank for my envoy. So I'm currently 16 and almost to 17. So eventually, by the time I level up all of the new equipment, I have a feeling I'll roughly be around like possibly rank 20, I think. But I won't know until I've actually leveled my weapons. So that does go up every level that we get for, say, anything that you level, your packs, your weapons, and that's pretty much it for leveling. But rooted, these are all the different types of passives that you can give your envoy. So you can boost your entire health pool to maximum life, so you can boost that up. You've got extra strength damage output, you've got extra duration through spirit, and then you've got extra range for your abilities only, really. For your packs themselves, your weapons have a preset kind of range on them, unless you pick a particular combat art that allows you to increase its range or damage output. Oh, you missed Tetherin already? Yeah, I know. Tetherin is extremely good. Once you start building in a pack, you do have 2 different passives for each pact. So every single pact will have a different speciality. So taking Tetherin into example, it is more of, say, like a tank build. You want to get in there, you want to smash the crap out of stuff. Conqueror is quite good because it does give you a little bit of lifesteal from killing enemies. Last Stand, I have boosted quite a lot into low life, triggers increased attack speed. I don't know how accurate that is, in all honesty, but I have not actually bothered to rearrange this pack until I can figure out whether or not these passives are truly actually activating. I do believe that Conqueror works. I'm not too sure on Last Stand, in all honesty. But Akin, that is something that every single pact has access to. So it recharges your ability use quite quickly. So the cooldowns will just start building up faster. That being said, with the new mode Cogah, it does change those things as well. So it does slow you down. It does give you less defense. You do get debuffs for the time that you're in Cogah, and it does last up until the time that you get booted out of it, basically. So it is time-based, essentially. But I would also go through Sympathy, regaining life on Pull Smite, and I'll basically show you all of those as well. So we'll take Tetherin for a run. Good morning. I fell asleep. Spectre, I bet you did. What time is it now? I feel like I was only gone for like 2 or 3 hours, which is actually true. I probably was. But I'm sure that you guys are probably buggered. It was about 6 o'clock this morning when I finished up the stream with you all. I just feel weak on a new pact. Oh yeah, Jam, you will definitely feel weak to start with. Like, where I'm at in comparison to a new envoy is quite further ahead. So just like be utilizing, get used to your pact, and you will get the same damage output essentially. It's just going to take you a bit of time to be able to level up your equipment. That's all it is. So once you get that leveled up, you will feel like the top heavy power output that you're seeing me displaying. Grey Satanic Fox, what's going on, my friend? How are you? Every pact, though, Jam, does feel weak. Trust me on that. Even when I was leveling the Wild Tetherin, it actually started with the second ability. And I thought, okay, that's annoying. Actually, no, I lie. It was a Shelder, not Tetherin. So its second ability is the healing ability, which actually kind of makes sense because you do want to stay alive. So giving it Bestone as the first ability wouldn't necessarily make sense. So don't get stuck in like thinking I'm going to be weak forever. That's not the case. You will actually build up enough damage over time, and once you get more points to spend doing your explorations and leveling all of your gear, you'll be fine. Hey, look, my little birdie's back on my shoulder. I think when you start running, it kind of bobs up and down, but then when you it kind of flies off when it's like, oh, I've had enough. All right, so let's take on Mr. Man. I'm gonna miss. Okay, that was one shot, so that was a waste. He does dodge. Sneaky. So this is what Tetherin does. Do keep in mind, because I have the base pack completely ranked up, and I'm ranking the wild version of it, which is essentially a prime version, the damage output for Fellist is doubled, essentially. So the damage that you're seeing out here right now is doubled by the fact that I've got 2 Tethering packs basically layering their damage up on top of each other. So your Tethering, the base pack even, will actually do just as much damage. But because I've got that one and the wild packs basically layer their damage on top of the base packs, you will end up doing as much damage as what I'm showcasing as well. So the third ability, I usually cast first because it pushes enemies away. It gives you a slight bit of breathing room. And then the second ability is basically a buff to your damage and also your damage reciprocation from enemies as well. That's called a pull smite. So you going up against these weird looking mockery enemies, they're basically souls that inhibit these weird bodies. To kill them, you do have to absorb their soul. Burn. I swear to God, that's probably like the 10 trillionth rune of this one I've gotten. It's crazy. Alright, let's get down to... I'm actually going to go to Carlisle first, and then I'm going to come through up to Kernhold, and then swing back down this way for the rest of the run. We do have a few extra bits and pieces for the game that I do want to mention to you guys who are newer to Soulframe. Go into your accessibility tab, and then come down and have a look at controller aim assist. Turn that on. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because it helps the magical weapons in the game, or certain targeting in the game, be a little bit more accurate. I still run it personally, even though if you're running a mouse and keyboard, it still helps with aiming assist in the game, regardless if you're using a controller or not. That is something that Sarah Loves Archery actually taught me, and it has never failed me. So I would highly recommend making sure that you have that turned on. You don't have to have colorblind compensation if you don't need it. I just do it for more like slightly clarity in the game. I like the Deuteranopia, and I roughly run like a strength of 50%. But also, just down in interface, you can turn on crosshair always visible and also compass always visible. You can choose to turn that on. Most people, it was probably the most requested feature in the game. So if you don't have it toggled on, it will actually disappear from your screen, but then you can actually summon your sparrow, and eventually it will show the compass again. So I just want to touch base on those little bits and pieces, just for some of the newer guys in chat, because yeah, it was a very much requested feature, and I have to admit, now that I actually have the toggle on and off for the compass, I don't think I will ever turn it off ever again, because at least I know where I'm going. So, Tethering at Odiak is so good. Grey Santanic Box, yeah. I was lucky enough to, I got a raid from Sarah Loves Archery earlier, and I did a stream for like 3 hours, I think, and I was very proud. I got to show off the Odiak and Tethering builds that I've been working on, and I was able to showcase how much damage output that you can actually obtain together with the Odiak, especially if it's attuned to Courage. It's a very effective setup, but I can only imagine, though, it will be a little bit more balanced in time, so I'm certainly taking advantage of the fact that it is extremely strong, and it is very fun to play with, especially with the voltaic damage output from the Odiak, but the Estelle are just as viable, if not more so. They do have I think one more point of stability than the Odiak do, but they both do voltaic damage. It just looks different in effect, but essentially it's the same damage type, which is really nice. I did the Circade puzzle, the one that gets his gear. How do you have your Orangor built? Let me just pull that one for you, Jam. Crosshairs always visible, helps a lot with motion sickness. I'm glad they implemented it. Yeah, I could only imagine. Like, maybe I should turn mine on, because I haven't actually tried it. Orangor, take things with a grain of salt, though, with the builds. But I do build into the melee damage increased when allies are in range, can stack. I'm assuming that when we have 2 wolves, this is very relevant to our envoy. and you generally have 2 wolves available to you at all times. I build a little bit into feral, so that summons Orangol. She'll just come into combat and she'll just attack stuff and run away. It is actually quite good. I don't put a lot of points into it. I do invest a little bit more defense against stagger. Because of the pact and the way that it's built, it actually operates very well as like a hunter bow kind of style pact, I guess. But it also obviously works well with melee. I also build always into a kin just to recharge the abilities a lot more. Sympathy and Voided, always the same. I would like to see more points into Orangol. Otherwise, I'm hoping that we get, say, like a primed wild version of Orangol Wild. I think that would be phenomenal, because I think that would fill out this tree, but it would also fill out the damage of the wolves that we have. But with this particular Werewalker, you can cast that ability and then cast your 3 if you have it leveled. It won't. If you can get it to bond 30, you'll have 2 wolves available to you at all times. But make sure that you press the attack or light attack when you want to leave this form, and it will actually teleport you to the map of where your wolf is, and it will pull your envoy body to that particular spot. So I think that would actually, that would be very fun. But I use Howl as like a timer for this particular ability for when I cast it. So I'll just I'll showcase that too, but I'll definitely show you the tether impact too. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to turn on the crosshair and see how I go with that, to be honest. So it will just show the dot available to me at all times, which is quite nice. So the way that the first ability in Orangol works is that I'm now a wolf. But look, there's me body. So basically, it's a timed wolf form. So I can cast my 3, which will make me glow a little bit, which is great. But you can also howl again, and you can summon your spectral wolf. And then you can actually summon another one once your second ability fills up. So you can actually go for a pretty good run. And I'll show you what I mean about teleporting to the wolf form. It's actually quite fun. You can't hunt animals, but you could certainly have an attack at a sinecure enemy if they're around. This wall has a little bit of an opening of a doorway, which is nice. I would like to see a few more of them around. And there we go. So that's what happens if you don't transfer back into your... or like you don't transfer your body over to where your wolf is before the timer is up, essentially. So I would probably say if you're going to be playing with Orangol and you like the concept of the pact, I would say highly invest in a little bit more spirit. And when I say a little, probably a lot, because essentially that will give you access to the duration abilities of it as well. So what you could do is just give yourself like a base amount of grace and then absolutely pump up your spirit. I mean, you could probably even drop your grace even further and do at least 30 plus. So, 32 spirit. Courage, I mean, it's not great. And then grace as well. I don't have the right setup for Orangol, in all honesty. Virtue-wise, anyway. But say, for example, I want to try that again. Let's go into wolf form. Let's go into howl. And then we'll go for a run. So we'll see how long this lasts. It generally will last roughly about, time-wise, about like a minute and a half. Roughly. If you've got the right amount of... oh, look, there's a little beaver. So say, for example, I want to get out of wolf form. I just light attack. And it will teleport my body where my wolf form stopped and attacked. But you can attack an enemy with your werewolf form, or I think that's what it's called. Your were form, I'll just call it that. Your werewalker. But it will teleport you back to the actual position of where you left off as well. So I just want to rearrange my points though. I don't really need a lot of duration, in all honesty, with tethering. You can actually drop that down if you really want. But Grace 16, I mean, they're quite a lot of points for tethering. you predominantly want to focus in on courage anyway, specifically for this one ability. It is extremely strong, but I do have a feeling it's going to get looked at some point because it is extremely strong, but it's very effective. The Call of the Ancients is just increased damage, increased defense. Very cool. It's basically like, hey, enemies, I'm over here, come and get me. And then Clash is basically just like making a lot of noise and just getting them to stagger and, you know, getting a little bit more pushed away by your envoy as well. After trying all 3 packs, now I'm torn on which one I want to start with. They all seem pretty fun. But go. Look, I mean, it's up to you, like, which one you want to play with. I would honestly say, knowing what I know now, when I first started Soulframe, I chose the caster weapon specifically for the casting magic weapons that I had. And I'm really glad that I did that. You're not locked in specifically to what you want to start with. If you feel like starting with Tethrin, I would say go with Tethrin. Tethrin is a very good pact. It's very strong. It enhances all of your damage output. Oshelda, though, is very good as well. I would say it's probably, undeniably, probably one of the best packs in the game. Siren is very good as well. You do start with a bow, but you do get access to all of those different packs when you're a little bit more further into the game. So I would probably say, if you still want to test and play, see what you feel out, I think all of the packs have very good synergies for very good reasons and for different reasons. But I would say the 2 choices that I would personally go with, I'm very predisposed to Oshelda because of its healing and casting abilities that it has. You've got Bestone, you've got healing, and then you've got a crowd control CC, third ability. And being Spirit, it gives you a little bit more of a boost in duration. So that's the time of your abilities lasting. And you do get choices later in the game along through, without spoiling anything for you, where you can actually choose to boost certain virtues along the way. So Tethrin has a solid melee vibe, and I like the Founders Pack armor, but the Oshelda was really fun in the test level. Honestly, if you like Oshelda, it is a very good choice. Extremely good choice, I would say. So it's up to you what you want to choose. Both you'll get access to both of them eventually anyway, especially the base packs as well. But once you get into the like the foundership level, I would honestly have a look at which one you feel is more appropriate for your playstyle, because you're not locked into playstyles. I'll even pull the Oshelda for you as well. I've just got different looking armor for them, that's all. But your Oshelda is essentially more of like a caster base. So you will start off with the Gwillin, and then you do start off, well, these are the Paragon weapons. I think, do you start with the Odiak as your secondary now? What was the secondary for Oshelda? I don't think it was, oh, I think it may have been a dagger, I think. I'm not sure. But this is the starter kit for the Oshelda. You get Gwillin. It's a very good magic stuff. Very, very fun. It's very strong against a lot of enemies in the game. Tethrin, you can actually, eventually when you get Tethrin, you will be able to boost the damage output with your magic weapons with Tethrin as well. So it does say that it's a melee boosting pact, but that's not necessarily true at the moment. And what I mean by that is that I can cast my first ability of Tethrin Fellist onto my, like, all of my weapons, and it will apply like this coating on my damage output. It's awesome. So Tethrin is extremely strong, but being a caster, just being able to like swing away Teshin, I love Ordis. It's very good. Like, there's no way about it. Like, Oshelda is a very good pact. The healing is exceptional. I do have the Paragon version, the wild version of the pact, and its tools that comes within. But say, for example, let's go have a bit of a run with the Oshelda. This is honestly one of my favorite reasons that I like doing these sorts of streams, is because I get to actually showcase all of the different ones. So this is the Phantom Flock. This basically will peck the hell out of an enemy, and it really annoys them. And it basically will just stun them, which is actually quite fun. And then you can come in and just do it like a little critical hit, and then you can just dodge roll and just do it again. And it should give that guy a bit of magic dust up his nose. This is a soul smite or soul pool. I'm not really sure what it's called now because the names keep changing. I call it a soul stealer. But essentially, now I do want to preface though, the lightning bolts that are happening are not because of the base damage of the weapons that I'm using. This is the original casting weapon of one of the Oshelda Pact of the Wilds. So this is its secondary weapon. So it's a little missile cannon that clamp onto your wrists, and you can basically throw out voltaic damage, which is really nice. And then the arcanic damage is the Gwillin staff. So very, very cool stuff. But that's more so for like, I'm blending the wild pack and the original kit of Oshelda. So the base pack for Oshelda will come with this one, but this is the actual staff for the Paragon pack itself. And then this is the secondary weapon for it, Estelle. I don't have the actual armor on at the moment because I like this one. This is the Siren-based armor. I think it's got a little bit more of a masculine feel, although the Oshelda Wild armor will be getting a little bit of an updated look. So this is the staff for the Oshelda. So it's a lot more fluid. It's got a lot more of a heavier sound, but it's absolutely amazing. So if you really like casters, Oshelda is an extremely good choice. So especially for this healing, if you drop one of these, anyone will probably thank you. Yeah, they're a very, very good choice, I would say. It's a very strong choice. So yeah, it's definitely up to you what you want to choose first, but you're not completely locked into just using one pact. There's a lot of fluidity within this game. So if you like the look of something, I would say pick it up and use it, because eventually you get options, and a lot of them. So you can swap between all of these packs, granted if you have access to the Paragon Pact from the Capitalist Camel. Alright. I have been using tethering quite a lot, so I'm actually going to switch over to... Wait, not that one. This is my setup build. Zargan, I did say hello. Hello. So, actually, you know what? I'll just take Oshelda for a run, because it's been a little while. Should I go with Courage or Spirit? Tethering has a solid melee vibe, and I like the fattest pack armor, but the Oshelda is really fun. But test level? Hydrate? Oh god, thank you. Sorry, I have been talking a lot. I forget to hydrate, so thank you. Oh my god. That was really nice. Oh look, my little Paragon bird's back. Sounds it? Oh god, do I sound terrible? That's alright. I thought I had dulcet tones. Come on, Zargan. No, I'm kidding. Can we see Tempest? Of course you can. Yeah. I'm actually going to flip back to the default setup. It's nice to see some new faces in chat too, so... I did do quite a big showcase before. I was very, very lucky. Sarah Loves Archery dropped in with a lot of people. It was really fun. So, oh, you're just saying before heading to bed? Okay. Enjoy, Zargan. Go get some sleep, my friend. Okay. Yeah. Definitely go get some sleep, my friend. I'm sure it's very late there for you guys. If you guys are going to bed now. What time would that be? Is that like 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock? So that's about 6:55 for some of you. You guys have been up a very long time. Yeah, I had a feeling. I know I'm not your mom or your dad, but, you know, go get some sleep. This is the Ode Tempest. It has gone through quite a bit of change. The first ability is Sizemore. I'll show it off to you anyway. Astrosphere, it's very cool. It does boost the voltaic damage of weapons, so it goes very well with Estelle. It goes very well with the Odiac as well. And Atmosphere. It's basically an armor shield that runs around you. This is essentially the build. The Lightning Strike is Meteoric Force, so basically when you drop your second ability, you get voltaic damage on downed enemies, but it also primes them like Nova in Warframe. And then once you attack them, that's when they take extra damage from you, or from voltaic-based damage types. The Sinsork thread, it's kind of like, I would say, Valkyria's Ripline. I'll showcase this to you guys now. In all honesty, this pact has gone through a few changes in the last couple of hotfixes. It used to basically make you invulnerable, which was the keynote to this particular pact. So the way that I generally use it, I do like the look of it. Basically, you cast your 2, you've got this floating orb around you, and it does light up with like lightning, which is very nice. So let's go find some enemies. So let's go prime this guy over here. So we drop our 2. This is basically like the priming field. And then it will basically give me a lot more damage output towards that enemy. And then say, for example, I can see that enemy over there. I can basically ripline myself towards them and then attack them. So you can attack them however you want. I generally will use quite a lot of melee damage output if I want to, or I generally will use my voltaic damage. That essentially is the second ability and the third ability in a nutshell. Grey Satanic, yeah, they did butcher this. Well, it had to be changed. Unfortunately, it was extremely good, as in it basically would allow you to decimate enemies. So let's try it up against this guy. So you basically just use the kick mechanic to pull yourself into enemies within range of you. So we can pull that. We've got an enemy over here. The tracking is still a little bit funky, but this is Seismo. So it's basically just a huge rolling ball of lava, which I honestly still think needs to be put onto the Hand of Mora pact, because it just would make sense to put this onto the Hand of Mora. So I'll wait until the first recharges, but basically you can bowl people away from you. It's pretty cool, but I still feel like that would be far more appropriate on the Hand of Mora. So I'll prime these guys, roll out of that lightning. Oh, look, and we got the Kamehameha. Actually, I'll just take the soul instead. Alright, so I will show you the activated rune. So this is an empowered weapon. If you think about it in terms of the helmet system, say you've got like a specific weapon like the Opurrator. It's a really, really strong melee. Basically, the runes are like an infusion of power to your weapon. So that's essentially the Estelle in a nutshell, with having a rune attached, which is called the Arcstorm rune. So it will empower your weapon once you steal a soul from an enemy, which is really effective. As far as this particular pact goes, the Tempest, I would recommend always drop your 2. The field is actually quite large for the... oh wow, we got 2 Odin Basalt and Fodder. That's pretty good. You can see it just blinking a little bit. But you can see more of the line, and it's a giant dome field. So it's kind of like Jai's electrical field, basically. And then your 3 is basically just like this floating orb shield that will electrify you and prime you against damage. And now we're going to go do an invasion. I almost forgot Tempest has a grapple. Yeah, that's the Sinsork ability. It is quite good. I would probably say it's probably relocated more to, say, like a melee-focused pact now, funny enough, because of the grapple. But it's melee because of the grapple, but it's still very much a ranged kind of style kit as well. So I'm going to pull her soul and keep throwing stuff at her. So you guys will see this much damage eventually. Like, don't stress yourself out about not being able to cast all this sort of stuff out. Like, I've spent a little bit of time just refining all of this sort of stuff. So there we go. We'll prime her. She's being sneaky. But granted, now that I'm showing a little bit more damage to her, now her armor has been dropped a little bit down. Now I can affect her health to a certain degree. So now that I've got more damage output, you can see a little bit of a health bar. Unfortunately, it's not that active. But if I switch back, you can kind of see that it's grayed out. It means that my weapons aren't necessarily strong enough to affect her health, where my melee weapon is. So I can basically just hit the crap out of her. But she will definitely do the same thing to me. So do keep your mind and eyes open for this particular enemy, Hutra. She's very mobile. Or he. They. I'll just do that. Hello. And we'll steal that soul. And we'll get some life back. And now we'll just go find Hutra, which is on the floor. Wonderful. The passive must have got him. Or them. Anyway. That is that boss there. They can drop a rune, but I can't remember exactly which one. But as far as the Ode Tempest goes, I didn't really get to showcase it all that much against that enemy, just because they're very mobile and they're very annoying. So, to be able to get the grapple on them, you can do it. But I'll showcase it a little bit more, the Ode Tempest. It is still a decent pact, but I still need to unpack exactly how I want to build it. And whether or not it's viable as a useful pact, where, as we were talking about Tethrin before, Tethrin is extremely strong. So, and I do favour casting as well, personally, but I also don't mind using melee. So, Maru's Bane, as an example, is extremely savage. Like, look at that damage. Very nice. And this is without Tethrin. Like, it just smashes. And I'm able to actually retain and rejuvenate my health just due to a totem that I was able to acquire from an animal before, which gives me the ability to regain health, about 24%, I think it is, like when I hit an enemy back. Once they've hurt my health, and you've got that opportunity to steal health back with them. And hopefully we got the ST up for this one. Ode Infamy is at 1330. I really don't feel like I'm that infamous. Oh look, I got another unidentified item. Wonderful. I always tend to jump into my inventory and have a look right down the bottom. Or it's either that or I just go into fragments and have a look. I wonder what it would have been though. It could be a rune, I don't know. So that's Miscale. Nope, I don't see any new runes. Alright, I have no idea what that unidentified item would be. Alright, so that's the 2 sieges done, I think. Actually, no, I lie. We do need to go do the Kernhold, and then we can go down to Nimrod, and then we can go do the Wazid. Or I can actually do the Wazid first. Although that kind of throws me, because I usually do the rotation of the mother spider up here. But we do have the other mother spider, which in this area, right here, because there's a big giant black dark wall over here. So I think what I'm going to do is go from here, do the mother spider again, go down to the Wazid, I'll come around this corner, and I'll swing up to Nimrod, and then I'm going to be, well, I wish I could teleport down here, but I can't. So I could actually do the king. So there's multiple different ways that we could go do this, but I think to be efficient, I'm going to do these, and I'm going to keep the king last. I may not even do the actual king, I don't necessarily need to, but if there is anyone that does want to do the king, I'm happy to do a run with them to be able to obtain some of the fragments of the Purity Sword that he has, which I have not actually used, but I will showcase for you now. And I have had very good feedback about the Purity, by the way. So, alright, we will switch back off Tempest, and I will actually put back on Tethrin for this particular showcase. Why? Because it will definitely boost the damage of this wonderful weapon that everyone has been so excited about. which I haven't actually used yet, personally. So, I do have a maxed out Everflame rune as well. I don't know how, but somehow it appeared in my inventory. I was very lucky. So, I've had multiple copies drop in my account ever since. Now, the Bulwark, heavy attacks bypass 27 armor, phenomenal. So it automatically lowers enemy armor already, which is really cool. Stomping, increased life return on regain hits by 23%. So I'll showcase what this means, but basically anytime I get hit, I lose a certain percentile of health, and then you get a little gauge, and then you hit, and then it returns. So basically what this is going to do is return 23% of that health on the regain that I get, on top of the damage output that I do, which is really nice. And then additional 1 in 17 chance of smite, which is nice. So that's per hit. But on an average, the 350 hits potential for smite chance is actually really good. And I have not used this weapon, so I'll showcase this for you now. Want to bring people along for your invasion. I would love to be able to help with the invasion invite gem, but unfortunately I cannot invite anyone until this Cogah mission is done. So that's the unfortunate part. I didn't realize that before, to be honest. I thought I could probably just like pull anyone in, but it looks like that we have to all be in the instance before I can actually invite anyone in. I'm working on getting Moronite to craft Bear Pact. Hell yeah, J-Chub. Moronite, you would generally find a lot of that in the, probably either like the Glades area. So like right near Fort Curlar, there's like actually a Glade entrance right here. I would recommend running that particular glade quite often because it has quite a lot of materials in there, but there's also bosses that will showcase in there as well. So technically I could be going in there to go get a boss, and then I could come out here and do the spider boss. But for now, I'm just going to maintain the 2 bosses that I've got left, as well as the spider mum as well. I should do my sieges too. Yeah, the sieges, I mean, you don't have to do them, but it's fun to do them. So you can break the run up into different sections, and what I am noticing now is that I'm basically on a 2-hour stream, even though I have been talking. Essentially we have been moving through the boss run as much, so I may have lost maybe about like 15-20 minutes here or there, give or take, but because I prefer to showcase what we're actually doing now, this is fun. I have not used this weapon before, so I don't know what to expect. So I'm just going to show you the rotation of what I do. So I cast my 3, I cast my 2, I cast my 1. Now I have to be very careful I don't die. Okay, that was busted. Literally. No wonder people are loving this. Wow, and that's just 3 light attacks. What's the heavy attack do? Okay, that smacks the hell out of them. That's nice. Yo, look at these levels. Alright, big boy, you wanna go? Yo, that's nice. Okay, so the blocking effect doesn't really work all that well. Not yet anyway. But mind you, we are slower at Cogah as well. Who gets to the heavy attack first? I did. That's actually really fun. Wow. No wonder people like the purity so much. Okay, I'm really glad that I'm playing with this sword. So, to give you guys context, this is a particular weapon that you can obtain from one of the big bosses in the game. I am very impressed with that. That is exceptionally fun. Wow. Alright, let's give that baby a whirl again. I cannot wait until this door is accessible for us to open it. That would be phenomenal. Just being able to run through here, run through there. That'd be great. So, I'm going to be cheeky and I'm going to see if I can scale this rock wall instead. I want to do them to get more rankings because it's going to affect our game at some point. Can you be a bit more specific on that, Gray? As in, like, are you talking about the ranking system from the sieges? J-Chub, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. J-Man, I'm probably not going to accept that invite just yet, my friend. Reason being is because I'm already in Cogah and I don't want to lose this. Okay. Okay, so it is actually keeping me in Cogah. I'm not gonna lie. Don't tell anyone from DE. I get to stay in Cogah for free. I will report that at some stage, but not right now. I'm busy with you guys. Yes, you have an XP bar? Yeah, I understand. We do. Yeah. Do the stage, but it's not what I'm going to think they said it. I honestly wouldn't worry too much about the experience gain. Like, the infamy is what you're referring to. I wouldn't necessarily worry about it too much right now. Basically, it's a brand new system that's being added to the game. I wouldn't necessarily worry about it too much, to be honest. It's not going to affect anything overly as much, I don't think. I would probably have to look through the patch notes to see if it actually is affected by anything specifically, but I don't think it will at this stage, unless someone else has got different information, specifically from like the patch notes or like the guys at Soulframe. I'll still have a look through some of the patch notes and the hotfixes as well, just to see what this infamy is going to mean. But I really don't see anything other than doing your actual runs and earning all the experience, especially with your factions. I don't really know about the infamy. I know that we do get rank of it, but I don't know what it actually gives us specifically yet. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I could definitely understand, like, getting ahead. Like, that's a wise thing to do, for sure. But yeah, I've got no idea what the infamy would actually mean. Right now, anyway. I mean, I take things in Soulframe, for the most part, with a bit of grain of salt, because things can change. So that's why there's certain things I look at and I think, okay, like, that's relatively, like, you know, that's got to, like, be a bit of a mainstay, you know? Like, with Fellas, for example. Or seemingly so. But eventually, things may actually shift a little bit, just due to supply and demand of the game. You know, things are still very much in a testing ground with Soulframe. So, as polished and as very good as it is, it's not really set in stone until it's like basically like, yo, we're ready to basically launch into like the second like stage of the game being released, basically, which is the alpha stage, which we're not quite at yet. So everything at the moment is essentially trial and test and error. See what's working, see what's not, adjust as according. So yeah, as far as the infamy stuff, not too sure on that. Okay, so we do have a break in this wall. So having a look through here, that is placed right here, just south of this big rock area. So you can actually come straight down here from Fort Carlisle, which is great. And there's the glade, like literally just behind me as well, just underneath that big tree here. So looking very familiar, like a world tree. All right, let's have a look. So let's go see Mama Spider. Just here. I'm sure that there's probably a faster way to get there, but in all honesty, I don't really have a way yet to get there. I read something about another update for Soulframe when old piece drops, or did I read that wrong? I'm not too sure about the update for Soulframe. We've just gotten the Preludes 12 update. There possibly could be. I'm not too sure. If there are people in the know, I am not one of them, unfortunately, and I would love to be, but I am not. I do keep up with a lot of the patch notes, though. Yo, okay. This is giving me vibes of I'm going to take on a giant Leviathan, something that's a water-based boss. This looks awesome. Oh, look, and there's a duck. Just pitter-pattering across the surface of the water. He's like, yo, I'm getting out of here. No, you're not, Derek. You're coming here. I love the ducks in the game. They're very cool. Alright, buddy. Enjoy your freedom. See ya. Yeah, this definitely looks like a... This actually makes me think of the Frozen Arena in Black Myth Wukong. Like, very vibey. I definitely feel like this is going to be like a slight boss arena. I don't know why, I just do. Yeah, it definitely would be. It's not even coloured in the map yet. They're definitely putting something here. You can tell. That's very exciting, though. I'm keen to see what's going to happen in this place. And it's right near Verminia as well. Very cool. Alright, that's going to be mentally noted. I need a Mora farm, though, because Crypt was nerfed. The Crypt was nerfed, right? In what way? I would say if you've got access to the any of the magic weapons, like Odiak, the Ghost really doesn't like voltaic damage, by the way. So you're very well in good hands if you're using the Odiak. Alright. Should we try this sword against... Yes, we will. Do you know if the Soulbound perk in Orangor counts when you have your wolves out? The Soulbound? Is that the Orangor appearing node in Orangor's pact? I don't have it in front of me. I don't have a photographic memory that much. I wish I did. More allies, more melee damage. I believe that's when you've got envoys in squad as well, but I do believe it does stack with your wolves as well. As long as you're wearing melee weaponry, I would assume that yes, it does do that. So, even if you're solo, if you've got the 2 wolves and you've got melee, it should actually increase your melee damage output. I'm not too sure by what percent though. Just to confirm, progress is saved from now onwards, right? Yes. If you're referring to, say, like, account wiping, etc., yes, it's not going to happen anymore. No more wipes, yeah. Steve did say that a little while ago. He said, look, we're trying really hard not to have wipes. And yeah, he's saying no. But they... Obviously, if things happen when they're working towards, say, like, the progression of going alpha, if that has to be a case, it'll be retroactive in whatever way that they can. And they're really good about that too, by the way. I actually had... I don't think I had an account wipe, but there was an adjustment that had to be made. So they're very giving when it comes to that sort of stuff. But essentially they said no more wipes. So progress will be saved, essentially. And I'm pretty sure I watched that dev stream where he's like, no wipes. I'm like, thank God. But look, things can happen where, you know, builds change or something like they need to certify or build within the game. It may have something like that they may not be able to get around, and they may have to actually be like, you know what? But I can't speak for them in that capacity because I don't actually work for them. But yeah, as far as I know, there's no more wipes. I've never been to this particular tile set before. This is nice. Oh look, it's a giant sunroom. It's extremely bright in here. It literally looks like one of those scary, like, alleyways that you walk into, or it's like a globe of light and you're like, is this like an alien ship? It'd be kind of cool if it was. But anywho. Alright. Where am I getting lost? I'm getting lost in my own thoughts. Alright, so that's the entryway. So this is the entree. I should be using my little bird that is up on my compass, which will direct me towards the end of this tile set. That's also something else too. If I haven't mentioned, if your little Sparagon gets lost or isn't following a direction, you can use the Sparrow icon within your compass up the top of the screen to give you direction onto where you're going to be going. You can actually trust that over Sparrow sometimes. But the pathing for the Sparrow is getting worked up every single time that there's a hotfix or the updates come through as well. So the pathing for stuff is definitely getting looked at each time. Hey little bird, little avocado, little creep. Hello, we got Kabocha. Hey bud. Oh yeah, also he really doesn't like magic damage, by the way. Okay, I like that run effect. That's cool. Alright, I may have challenged myself at the wrong time. Okay. No, I do like the greatsword. That looks very cool, especially with the Fellist. So when you apply Fellist on your weapon, it will glow red with like those blood-looking thorns everywhere. You get 5 swings of the weapon. Whether you make a hit and connect with an enemy or not, that's counted as 1. If you transfer or shift over to your secondary weapon, you can see now that it's actually transferred onto that weapon instead. So the synergy between Fellist and all weapons at the moment is extremely good. You will be able to tell it will dissipate once you've hit 5 times with that weapon. But if you don't, it basically stores up all the energy and will throw it into the next attack for you. So let's see if we can go find another enemy that's unfortunately going to get hurt very badly. So that's 1 hit with the Fellist. And there's another one. And I've got 1 more. That is exactly what Fellist will do. It will compound the damage output from those attacks, basically from the greatsword, and I can transfer that energy or damage output to a different weapon altogether. As long as I've got it equipped, you can't transfer it back in your arsenal. It has to be active where you've been using it. So this is generally the main area room, and we found our next victim, which is right over there. Hey, bud. Once the Fellist disappears, your weapons will go back to normal. This is Seachnal, the Widower, this angry Mother Orb Spider. She's a very good boss to come and see, especially within Cogah, for a very good reason. She has the potential to give you a particular rune that everyone has been wanting to acquire, and I've been lucky enough to be able to get one from her earlier today. So, let's get to work, shall we? Excuse me, madam. Do be mindful, if you stand in front of her vision, she will eventually, like, nab you and, like, draw you in and try to kill you. And in Cogah mode, you will have the... There you go. That's a weapon thing that she does. It's really annoying. And she's very dangerous. And if I die, I'm kind of screwed. No, 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 no. No deathly harpoons. Excuse me, Cabbage Patch Kids. You're being rude. And they laugh at you as well. I do like the Cabbage Patch Kids, though. They're my favorite. Little boogers. I do like just kicking them to death, too. Turning them to a salad. Alright, let me go, let me go. Nice try. Alright. Nice try. Okay, her webbing is very effective. Nope. Dodge rolling is also very fun, and I'm very glad that we don't have any negatives to it at the moment. Ah, nuts. There's more of these Cabbage Patch Kids. Alright, get out of my way. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was very fortuitous. My body is right here. Excuse me. Alright. Cast 3, 2, 1. There we go. Alright, there we go. And hopefully, we get the rune that she drops. Otherwise, it'll make me look like, well, maybe we'll get it. I hope. But she does drop it. But I will show you the rune that I'm talking about. It is a very good rune, and it is a short blade rune. Specifically, it is called the Flint Smoke. It basically, every time that you pull a soul out of a body with Pull Smite, it cloaks you in shadow, makes you invisible. Each stealth kill that you create and kill an enemy with increases the shadow duration by 25 seconds. I will showcase that to you because it's absolutely ludicrous. It is very fun. It is extremely powerful. I really hope that it stays exactly the way that it does, because it is a very good totem. Rune, sorry. So I have been able to acquire one so far, and that is for your daggers or short blades. I do maintain a 35% damage to nearby enemies. It's very effective against groups. Additional 1 in 20 chance of smite. Also reducing enemy armor. And then lastly, defense against stagger. I thought was quite a useful use of that particular slot. Or you can go and just put a bit of armor in there. You can do blocking, but because you're invisible, I mean, basically you could choose anything that you really want. So I'll put a little bit of physical armor in there as well. How nearby is nearby? What is this Cogah thing you're talking about? The Cogah, you mean? It's the item that we create with Verminia. So if you get the right amount of materials with the Weberwood sap, and I can't remember what the other item is. But Cogah is essentially like the hard mode. It's basically a debuff to your envoy. So it's kind of like drinking Cogah in a way. You've got to have some of the agaric mushrooms. So every boss, once you defeat them in the normal realm of Alka or Madrath, you get a agaric mushroom. Every single boss that you kill. Minus about maybe 1, I think, or 2. But the agaric mushrooms and the Weberwood sap. You need your sap tap, which there was actually a hotfix for that, I think earlier today. So I'll go and make another one. So basically, it's farming up the bosses to be able to obtain the Cogah, to be able to create it. It takes an hour and 59 minutes or 2 hours to create. And then alongside Cloud Quell, that is very useful against the Nimrod as well. So Weeping Dress, I find, is probably one of the items that I don't really farm all that much, and I've got to start picking up some more of the Toe of Ode, but the Brine Floss are very prevalent throughout the entire map, so you shouldn't have a worry trying to find those particular materials.
Something I said.
Gem, what do you mean how nearby is nearby? What do you mean by that? So I'll go out and finish up the run through here. There is more to this tile set that I can do, but predominantly was just to come the Sichnal Mother Spider in here as well to see if she was going to drop the Flit Smoke rune, but unfortunately she did not drop it this run. Okie dokie. So it has brought us all the way back through here. Okay. So going through the neath ends there, I'm pretty sure there is another... I think this is either a crypt or Glades of Andoran, and that will be able to take me back down the map. I'm pretty sure. The totems that do X damage to nearby enemies. Oh, how nearby is nearby? Oh, I understand. Like close. Within proximity. I would probably say like, I don't know, 3-4 meters, I'd say, within game. But we can have a look at that anyway. I would probably say things like the rump thump, like the area effect of that is massive. I would say that's at least like a good 20 to 30 meters within range of your envoy, where being nearby to an enemy, I don't know the exact calculation of that. It doesn't tell me, unfortunately. But you can see when I was attacking the other enemy, like it was basically they had to be standing right next to each other to get the damage output. But with fly blades, it can actually work a little bit more effectively as well. Alright, so let's see if we can get a smite happening. Give me a stab. Come on. I wanna pull smite. Please, can I have your soul? Alright, maybe I can't. Oh no, I've got a mockery. Okay. That's the only thing I don't really like about the greatsword though. If you don't have enough armor output, which I certainly don't at the moment, it can really screw you. Oh my god. Wow. Gimme. Holy smokes. Okay. Jesus Christ. Thankfully, there's a little gate right here. Holy crap. These guys have got surefire goddamn stats on them. Alright. I've had enough. See, this is what Flitstone does. It's absolutely incredible. They can't see anything, and they die. It works very effectively on enemies. So that's what I was trying to affect before. So every kill that you get with this rune active, it will actually regenerate the timer of the rune. So inherently it basically makes you invisible forever, which is absolutely revoltingly good. So I think this rune is absolutely perfect and it should stay exactly how it is. I found that the bow heavy attack works great for setting up smites. Cogah 595, thank you very much. Yes, I do and am aware of that. I would probably say a very good setup for your bow. I'm more than happy to compare builds, that's for sure. Black Tiger, hello. How are you? Welcome in as well. How are you guys going? How's the Soulframe journey been going for you guys? I would probably recommend a few different things with the bow if you are talking builds. Whichever bow that you want to use, I would probably say these are the top 3 because they are the only top 3 in the game so far. Blitzel is very good. Juniper is also very much on par. I have actually switched the Juniper bow to the Quicksilver Blessed by Mora for courage, the headshot multiplier, but also the charge rate. The Starling, I really do feel should be a 3-star, in all honesty, because it is a Paragon-based weapon from the pack, but the additional 1 in 13 smite chance is absolutely sensational. The pull smite reduces enemy armor is also very effective. 20 defense against stagger. Having the Alka's Breath rune is also very good, but the arrow hail slowing enemies as well is very, very good. You can actually change that to the charge rate as well. But I do like the arrow hail myself, because it does tend to actually freeze enemies within the Cogah at the moment, but I have a feeling that will be changed, unfortunately. You could also do arrow hail reduction on enemy armor as well, which would be very, very viable as well. I choose the pull smite, reducing armor, just because I use pull smite very regularly, and I find that the arrow hail slowing enemies basically freezes them all. I would probably say too, there's a few other things that I would apply to that, especially with the combat arts. With the bows, Wolf's Eye is also increased chance of smite on charge shots, which is very nice. But also the arrow hail is also very good for pulling off more of your smite chances as well. You can deal stagger, etc., but at the same time, any arrow hail with enough of the arrows basically piercing enemies, yeah, you'll get an absolute shite load of of smote enemies, basically. I like to say smitten, but apparently that's incorrect. Come on. There we go. And that was just 2 enemies. But you do get an absolute truck ton of smite chance with even just one of the totems that were allowed now. Previous to the pre-12 update, we were actually allowed to have 2 smite totems within the bow and arrow, which was actually very effective, extremely so. But it's a very, very good setup all the same. But if you've got other different ways of being able to apply smites as well, I'm more than open to hearing what you guys have got feedback-wise on the bows as well. They're very, very strong. So the more chance that you've got, the more arrows that you have, essentially reduces that, I guess, smite chance even more, because you've even got more arrow hail happening to apply that damage from that totem as well. Where is that little sneaky guy? He's usually down here somewhere. Anywho, I think there is a few other ones over there, but anyway. Couldn't you smite with the bow, then consume with the fly blades for constant invisibility? Yeah, that's exactly what you can do. And essentially, it is actually wise. Once you've got the runes available to you, absolutely, like, pull one soul from one enemy, and then to another. So yeah, the bow and the dagger setup, especially with the, not against the struggle hug though. This creep needs to go. And I've got absolutely 0 health, so good luck to me. There we go. There's one. The runes can be extremely powerful, especially Elka's Breath on any bow. But yeah, the Flitstone rune is sensational. It is absolutely perfect in every single way. It really does not need anything done to it. I find that its design is absolutely perfect, and it could stay exactly how it is. I mean, who doesn't want to be invisible with a cloud of smoke, right? Very reminiscent of a few different Warframes I can think of from Warframe. But still, a very cool ability nonetheless. And the fact that we can regenerate that just by killing another enemy is absolutely crazy to me. I'm very pleased I actually got it on pretty much the first or second run against the Mother Orb that I went up against, Sechnal or Sechnal. I'm not very good with the pronouncing of the names, but they are very good. So it is definitely one of the most powerful runes that we have access to at the moment, which is very cool. I probably should actually look at my combat arts for the bow and actually readjust it, give it more arrow hail as well. Hey, creep. And we have a full timer again. Very, very cool rune. It's very good. I did get it from Seachnal, the secondary orb mum. Etheldred will probably drop it as well. The patch notes do state that she does, so I have no doubt that she does. It just is definitely dependent on the RNG. I just got very lucky, which I'm very grateful for. RNG sometimes is not that lovely, unfortunately. But I am going to run out of this tile set. I've had enough. And there's that creepy mockery. Generally, also too, before you exit the Glades of Anduin, if you get this particular exit, I would always check down the sides of every single dungeon exit, especially this one, because there's generally a chest down on each side. And I'm also not a very big fan of blocking, obviously. But there we go. That is pretty much a I'll show like a bit more of a group setting to really show off the smite damage of bows. Bows are extremely strong. Like, there's no doubt about it. They're very, very good, especially with the rune applied to them. The smite, the amount of soul pull or soul steals that you can achieve with them is just astronomically good. But I will just quickly jump into the combat arts just so I can readjust them a little bit, because I don't think I've actually done that for a while. Where are you? Mr. Combat Arts. Let's have a look. I mean, you can boost Wolf's Eye if you really want to. That will help, especially with, say, like Tethrin as an example. Fellas being the main predominator for that. Where is arrows stay buried for longer? Okay, that's fine. Increased number of arrows and higher arrow hail. Rife knocked. I would honestly boost that max, so you get the maximized amount of arrows within your hail. I feel like it was slightly reduced, unfortunately, but that's right. I also do note our armor in game seems to be broken once again. Or maybe it's just me. No, armor is fine. I think... it does seem off, though. That is why. I'm not using the physical boost. Physical boost there. It still seems very low, though. Which is unusual. So there's 7 physical. Maybe I'm just not doing maths right. 17. No, that still seems pretty low for some reason. Physical armor. Where's my magic at? That is probably why. It's because I don't have these guys on. I could put another magical armor on. Why not? Oh, wait. That's right. I can't. Nuts. That's right. Alright. 75 armor will be fine. 46 physical should be enough. Grey Satanic, you got it from her. I love that rune. Yeah, it is a very good rune. I thought I'd just kind of showcase it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. But also, like, I'm more than happy to showcase, like, more simplified stuff. If you guys have got questions within, say, like, using your journal as an example, being able to decipher all of these tabs of all the different locations, make sure that you get familiar with your soul, or your spectral sight, rather. Also, these are the world trees. So you will see these giant oaks placed around the map. Keep your eye out for them and come over to them and just press on them. You will see like a particular weapon sticking out of them. I'm not going to do any spoilers on that. But do go and explore the world of the Alka as well, Midrath. You will come across these world trees quite a lot. And they are all placed to be able to open up the entire map. If you do need to, you can ask a friend to taxi you up to this particular area. I'm not going to say anything more than that on that one. For anyone who doesn't really know about the island, there's nothing really there apart from the tree, really. So there's no big secret that I'm hiding from you. It's just an island that was accessible through a bug, I think Preludes 7 to 8, and we were able to access it. And then, yeah, it was basically a feedback report, and everyone was like, oh, we can't do it anymore. It was just kind of fun. So the whole point of this enterprise is to be able to have a bit of fun and see what we can do to break the game in good ways. And I love how he summons lightning. That's very funny. Let me just catch up on chat with you guys. Hang on. Do runes only drop from bosses in Cogah mode? No, not necessarily. They do drop from the regular bosses as well. Make sieges a cakewalk? Oh yeah, I bet it does, Gray, for sure. Gem, also why do you have the mushroom thingies on your map? These mushrooms? This is because I'm in Cogah mode still. It may not look like it because the game is actually bugged, but you can tell that I'm still in Cogah mode halfway because of all those debuffs above my health bar. So I'm very lucky. The game is not necessarily pushing me out of Cogah at the moment, so I'm taking advantage of the bug. Essentially, it does kind of save me a Cogah potion, but I mean, I could build more, so I'm sure that that will get adjusted, but also being the fact that it's a pretty fresh update, these sorts of bugs are probably going to be present in the game, so I probably will be recording this after stream anyway. So we're going to go take on the Where's It. I am curious though, is there going to be a stag down here? No. Okay. It would be kind of cool to see a stag. Bigum, I made my character male when I intended to make it female and accidentally accepted a shelter. But you know what? I'm enjoying the game immensely regardless. Nice. Look, I mean, with as far as like creating your account and your character, the female forms do look really great in certain outfits, but the males also get like a really good male counterpart outfit as well. So yeah, I think, yeah, once your choice is locked in, it's kind of locked in, especially for the frame that you choose. But still, it's a very universal look, I would say, to both frames that you can choose from. I do have a baby account that does have a female frame as the envoy. I really want this dude's armor as well. Thank you very much. Oh, whoops. Wait. Where'd that soul go? Excuse me. How rude. Just started playing a day ago. It's a very good game so far. Can't wait to see what's next. Cantonment. Lovely. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's a phenomenal game, hey. Very, very cool game. I've been playing since Preludes 8. It's essentially like all I've actually played for a couple of months, so I'm really pleased to see the Preludes update come through as quickly as it has, to be honest. It's been very good. So yeah, what's some of your highlights that you've actually come across as well? I need help. I'm missing something. You're missing something, Geraldton? What are you missing? I know it made sound like I figured out the Cogah, but I don't. I have the mushrooms, but whenever I go to Verminia, she doesn't have the recipe to craft the potion or the options to do so. It sounds like you haven't fulfilled something with her. I have a feeling you may not have raised your bond enough with her. Can you build any other potions with her? I read that they're updating the male outfits for founders. For the Oshelda, I believe that they are. If I buy the Paragon Founders, do I get access to all 3 of the packs immediately? Yes, you do. Yeah, that's the one that I bought as well. So yes, you do get access to all 3 of what's in those 3 packs. So if you want, familiarize yourself with it and see what they actually bring. I'll actually just pull that up. Alright, so this is the Paragon pack. So this is what you do get within that, but it also includes the Drax, so 3,500, 3 bonus Envoy Sphere Longsword skins for Warframe codes, so 6 in total, so you can hand out 6 of those codes to 6 of your mates in Warframe, and they can actually get a particular skin from the Soulframe, so it's kind of like a Warframe Soulframe crossover, which is really cool. Moonsteel Thread, that's all for the bestitching I've shown you a little bit of, but also access to the Founders Merch store. But you will get access to everything within every single of those single packs that you get within the Paragon pack as well, which is exceptional. So it's very cool. So you do get all of these plus more. And this is the sword skin that you get, excuse me, into Warframe. My lord, that's a lot of talking. It's pretty cool sword. I think it actually looks like Solace 1, if I'm not mistaken. You do get like a whole bunch of other stuff too, so I can show you through and actually give you a rundown of what you do get for all of these guys as well. So, what have we got? I'll just go to the Capitalist Camel. That'll be a lot easier to show you. I need... If I buy Paragon, yes, you do get those. I just got the dyes from factions and made them. It was enough, but I don't know how many potions are necessary. You basically have a cap of 5 potions each grey. So, I mean, I don't think your resources get absorbed. If you've got 5 potions, it'll make the potion. If it doesn't, I don't think it makes the potion. I think that's how it works. So, I've only got 1 Cogah. I should actually go have another one made. This is for the Spirit Virtue. This is for your Grace, and this is for your Courage boost. So I think these last, I think, roughly an hour, I think? I can't quite remember. Cloud Quell, obviously, for your Nimrod fights. I would highly recommend making those, especially for Cogah. And then your Life Elixirs too. But yes, these are the singular packs. This is everything that you get in the wild, Tethrin. If you guys want to screenshot that, feel free to. But you get a whole bunch of arcs, which is the premium currency in the game. You get all of that equipment in there. Plus you get 2 codes for instant access to Soulframe that you can hand out to your friends. Or if someone's asking and they say, yo, do you have a spare code? And you're like, you know what, here you go. Just give them links for the Soulframe website. And I would highly recommend adding yourselves into the Discord for Soulframe. There is a lot happening in there, but as soon as there's hotfixes and patches, that's the first place you're going to see them come through. So I would highly recommend put yourselves down for that. If you don't have them, let me know if these links do work, if you can access those. It should take you to all of the directives of the website, the Soulframe for Twitch, your Twitch Soulframe channel, and the Soulframe Discord as well. Let me know if they do or don't work, and I'll make sure that they're adjusted appropriately. This is the Siren Pact. So yeah, as far as your Paragon Pact, you get everything. So very, very cool stuff. So I'm very glad that I actually picked that up. I feel very special. So, and I'm very glad to be investing in this game, because I certainly do have a lot of investment and enjoyment in the game. And what I mean by investment is not just the Paragon Pact, but more so of like where it's actually going. Because I really enjoy like the story concepts that they created throughout Warframe and continue to do in Warframe, I have a lot of very investment within this game, of like just really enjoying it, to be honest. So if you're highly patient, maybe, otherwise no. Which one? Is there any reason to buy which one? To buy one of the 3 packs from Avocot's Wares? No. I mean, they're just for like the normal Drax currency, so if you want to buy the pact, go for it. They're just for Drax, they're not for premium currency. So if you feel like buying a Garen Rude or like the Bromius from the Avocot's God shop, and you've got the right, I think, I don't know if it's the actual blueprint or it's just the pact itself. I haven't had to buy them, so I haven't actually bothered, to be honest. I don't really need to. Should I purchase the Oshelda one as my first one? I'm guessing the gear is good. But going, look, honestly, it's your choice. But as I showcased before, I do think the Oshalda is a very strong contender as being a starting pact choice because of the arcanic damage and the fact that you can crowd control, you could freeze enemies, but you could also heal yourself. Oshalda is it's exceptionally good. I've got nothing negative to say about it. Smooth is going to have a booth at the Soulframe Con for autographs. I would hope so. If that's one day. That is kind of the dream. I really do enjoy this game. It's phenomenal. So, alright. Let's see how we go with the Wazard. Oh, man. He is going to smack me good, though. He really doesn't like arrows, though. Especially with the Fellist as well. You can kind of dodge his attacks, which is quite handy, but he actually dodges yours, too. Which is really annoying. But he's a very fun boss to take on. And yes, he does split himself into baby spiders, which are not ideal. I will note though, you guys will see this happen a little bit. If you use magic weapons against him, he is very annoyed when you use them against him. And I'll show you what I mean. Do keep an eye on your health though. He will actually bounce your projectiles back at you, which is very powerfully annoying. Okay. I think I'm just playing nice with him. I don't think I want to play nice anymore. I'm going to get some sleep. Thank you again. Oh, you're very welcome, Big Dome. Yeah, it'd be great to see you again. I'm really glad that you could enter into Soulframe too, my friend. Keep me posted on how your journey's going. Like I said, if you've got any questions, definitely feel free to add yourself into the socials as well. So there's the Discord and there's the link tree for all the socials I have as well. So you're more than welcome to join the Smoothies community. Oh, you cheeky little thing. He tried to pull a dirty on me. Nice try. Although I did try to pull a dirty on him with a headshot. So, fair call he wanted to teleport away. But still, rude. I wonder why there's a... Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. Alright, well that's Wazard. I think I'm actually going to leave the Mendicant King for another day. I'm going to go take on the Dimrod. Next round though, I would actually like to have a full squad. I just want to do this as a, just like a solo run. Generally just so I can show up whether or not you've got to get like a decent amount of runes. It is a count solo RNG when your rune drops, but generally I do like to see if I can maximize my chances of running solo with the RNG chances, at least anyway. So we'll head off to the Dimrod after we finish off this Dimrod. Lovely. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the red mechanics or the glows every time I do a hit, once I kill an enemy, that's the lifesteal coming back with the Tethered Pact as well. So seeing that red kind of glow happen means that you're actually doing lifesteal to felling an enemy or killing them, which is quite good. So it does top your health up a little bit. but it's not as effective as a pull smite though. Will do. Thank you again. Good night. Good night, Big Gnome. Nice to see you and rest well. Let's have a look. Alright, I really hope that we get to that flying castle eventually. So, and I'm not really sure how else to get out of Cogah if it's not letting me leave it, even when I get killed by an enemy. Ooh. Okay. Alright, these guys are called willow wings. This is how to get the willow bulb from the big one in the middle. If you crawl away, generally, it will stop flapping its leaves, and you'll be safe. But once you've done that, and you've obtained that item, that's the only way to get it so far, and then just go kill them. The little baby ones that fly out, if you've got fly blades, at least, they will, as long as you kill them, drop the willow fronds. So if you guys weren't aware of how to get the willow bulbs from the big willow wings, that's how to do it. And they are starting to spawn a little more regularly around the map, but as soon as you hear that kind of, like, I don't know, slightly scary music, I guess, that means that they are hiding within the forest lush floor. Oh man, I wanted to jump and look in that tent. It looked really cool doing it, but it didn't happen. Oh man, okay. Let's get up and do that again. Eh. Uh-oh. I've caused a commotion already, have I? Alright. Ow. Alright, I'm gonna steal your soul. And I'm gonna do some smites on you. Maybe not. Can I have your soul? Or lots of souls? Thank you. I would love this dude's armor, by the way. I think this guy's armor is very cool. I don't know if you guys can see much of it, but I like the fact that the right and the left leg both have different plate mail, and then like a leather plate. But the full armor set looks incredible. I would love to have this armor. Very, very cool. In all honesty, a lot of the armor in the game from the Sinecure and the Ode, I think would be very, very cool if we could actually farm it all. Alright, I'm going to see if I can give this guy a Raihu move from Street Fighter. Nice. I really wouldn't mind these guys' armor too. Or ladies. I can never tell. It's usually a guy, and then it's like a lady. Anywho. Alright. Where are we going? Come on, Flappy Bird. Show me the way. Thank you. All the way up this way. Okay. It's not even the full patch, right? Just the recipe to get it. I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure. I think it is the recipe for the pack. I'm not too sure from the Avocot Scott shop. I know that you can buy the packs, but I don't know if they're fully built or not. I doubt that they would be. I haven't bought it, so I'm actually not sure, but I assume it's just the blueprint. Yeah, I would assume, Gray, it would be the blueprint. I don't think they would just give you a packs for like 20,000 drags. Very true. Hopefully one day they make more farmable armor that enemies... Yeah, man. Like, honestly. Even, like, Nimrod's armor. I absolutely love his armor. Excuse me. Iframes with a cutscene. Best way to save yourself sometimes. And also a really cool animation change, too. Especially with the Cloud Quell. Can I please have your soul now? I'm gonna beat Mr. Man up with a different way of doing things. Especially with Bellist and the Odiac stuff. Nice try, bud. And we have an ascended Mr. Nimrod. Can you please give me a rare rune, please? I really hope that you do. Okay, I really hope our rep gets fixed soon for our factions, because I swear, it keeps on saying I've got like 80,000 and then max, and then not. Hellwind. Okay, I think that's probably like the 5th rune I've got of that. But that's okay. I'm not complaining. Alright. Oh, what was that? Dire Skull. Okay. Alrighty. I think that pretty much is all of the bosses in Cogah. The only one that I haven't done actually on Cogah is the King. So you know what? Just as a freebie, I am actually going to go do the King to round out the stream for you guys this evening. We should be roughly done in about... Depends on how quick I actually get the Medicant King done. But I am more than happy to give you on to another Soulframe streamer. Would love, so I will check the directory after as well. I would probably stay on possibly another hour, but it is quite late for me. But I did want to run a later stream for you guys as well, because I did have such a good time earlier this afternoon and previously with all of the streams that I've done with Soulframe. So I really enjoy sharing the information that I've learned, but also like just verifying information as well, just through the experience, but also through like patch notes, hotfixes as well. That is something I definitely like doing. I know it sounds very nerdy, but I know it's very direct information from the guys at Soulframe and the girls. Everyone at the team in Soulframe has done an exceptional job at this game. So it is really nice to see how quickly they're acting on a lot of different things that need to be ironed out within the game, which is really, really nice. On the normal map also, just on a very big side note, this area can populate quite a lot of totems, so do keep that in mind when coming through here as well. Even along the riverside, if you're looking for river pearls very early on, where is our starting point? Our starting point in the game is just down here, near Grandpapa's hut. Along here should be some river pearls. I know that there's a little encampment of about 2 enemies here, and it's not too far away from the College of Pensives as well, which is, I think, roughly around there. But this is basically where Grandfather's hut is, right there. I know that there's a little mine shaft just around there, and there's some big driftwood. I've like burned that into my brain. I have been back to the hut, and it's absolutely stunning inside. Go check it out, especially when you're entering the game. It's phenomenal. That brings me to another note. I don't really know if I can actually go back and play. Oh well, we've got a whole bunch of notes for the Cogah, so I will read those later. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play Rise Envoy, so I don't really know how to do that just yet, but I will figure that out, and I will see if I can run that. I would hope that I can, but because I've been, I guess, in the game a lot longer, maybe I'm not able to. Oh, there we go. There's that creepy music, and look who we found. The chunky one. Give me a stuff, bud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he shakes his leaves about 6 times, sometimes he will actually pop at the ground if you stay too close to it while it's doing that. But once you've actually got that item, just give these guys a little wake-up call. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish we could charm the those plants to be a friend and actually fly around after us, kind of like a sentinel from Warframe. Maybe for like a select time instead, alternatively. Excusez-moi, sir. Can I have that soul, please? Nuts. Come on, give me the soul. Damn it. Oops. Okay. Excusez-moi, sir. Or madam. Wow, you really have to lead with the arrows at the moment. That's crazy. Unless it's a fully charged shot. You probably will notice that a little bit too. I really hope that that gets looked at. The aiming is fine on the secondaries, but especially on the arrows, you definitely have to lead. It's very strange. And Ascension. That's what happens when you have a rune attached to your bow. It basically erases enemies. It's a very good rune. Alta's Breath. Very strong. Alright, so we'll go through here, and then we'll finish off with the Mendicant King, and then I will probably send you guys on some extra love with someone amazing from the Soulframe community as well. I will take that soul, and I'll take yours too. Thank you very much. I also do enjoy the fact that souls actually linger for a little bit, even after the body has been disintegrated, basically, which is pretty cool. Hotfixes are coming out so fast, it's crazy. Great. Yeah, indeed they are. The guys have been all over it, man. Like, the team has done an amazing job of hotfixing as pretty much as fast as something's released. They're like, yo, we've hotfixed this, and it's like, wow. They're a very well-oiled machine, I would say. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no gateway to get through here, unless I'm missing something. I have never come across this particular one before. I hope that we can blow it up at one point. That'd be nice. Alright. Let's have a look. I would have thought that we could get through here at least. Maybe not. Maybe that's a gate just through there near the wizard. Or could I just scale the rock wall? Can I make it? Come on. Jump up. I wish I had Bromius. Actually, that's a good idea. Can we replay Warsong? The Warsong? Yeah. Oh, wait. Yes, we can. I actually haven't done that myself. Very good notation on that, Grey. I will have a look. Alright. I'm going to take Bromius for my very last thing. The reason? Because it's absolutely sensational. Now, I played a lot with the bow, so I'm going to take Purity. I still feel that the armor is a little bit broken. Oh, wait. No, it's not. We already... Oh, no. I wish I could get higher armor. Oh, well. Let's have a look. I now have to rejig my build. Heavy cost slow enemies? Nope. Attack speed. Absolutely sensational. Magic armor. Right. Smite chance. Attack speed. Alright. That will do. Alright. Sparagon. I love the little blue one. Oh, he's being blocked by the greatsword. You know what? I'm going to bring the Sparagon. I love the little trill of it. It sounds very good. Let's have a look. I've got the... Okay, so I've got this talisman on at the moment. Courage. So what do we got? Defense. So that gives you physical defense, 5 attack, and 2 courage. That gives you attack and spirit, attack and grace. Choices. I will go with the Locan of the Cogah. But I really feel like I can actually boost out a little bit more. Why is that not giving me what I need? That's why. Alright, brace is 10. That's fine. Duration. I probably don't need all that much duration with that, so I'll just put the rest into courage. Good old Bromius. Alright, so we got maxed out courage for this guy. We got sympathy. We got voided. That's maxed out. And Akin. as well. So all of the mainstays that I really like using are basically maxed. Barkbear, I don't really know if either of these are actually working. There's no way for me to tell, so I only put 8 point into those. As far as everything else, though, Harry, oh, increase smite on riposte and smite. I would actually really like smite, so I'll keep on building it to that. So we're going to take the Mendicant Sing's sword and go beat him up with it, basically. Alright, let's see if Bremius will help me get up this wall. Oh, you're joking. No. I was hoping it was going to cheese that. Nope. Come on. Alright. Alright, I'll see if I can find another way to cheese this wall. Oh, wait. Can I just jump up here? Hell yeah. Excellent. Let's keep this a secret from the team, right? So we just jump through the wall. Perfect. Great. Alright, we're going to take Chunky Monkey over to the King. The Dark Jedi? Have you used the new runes? Which ones are you talking about? I have used some of the new ones, yes. I think predominantly the secondary one that everyone's been after. I was very lucky to acquire very quickly, which was the Flit Smoke. It's insane. The amount of damage and invisibility that you get out of that is absolute crazy. I haven't actually explored a lot more of the other runes, so like Sword and Board, short swords, I haven't really tried that much. Flyblades, I have worked with. All the magic weapons, I have used Arcstorm, Alga's Breath. There's a few more runes that I've still got to learn the names of. But Emberflame as well, I've used. Which other ones are there? The Mistgale is actually really fun. That's really nice, to be honest. I haven't used the Durglint parries. I'm not very good with them. So I will have to practice on this one. But I'm interested on the actual way of how it's put out. As in, like, parries following pulse might reflect off your shield. I find this very interesting. So... okay. Get out of here. Now Bennerets finally get a taste of their own medicine. Level 50. You guys can burn. Alright. We're going to take the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man into action now. There we go. Game on. Awesome. Alright. I'm feeling chunky. Hey. I'm feeling cool, okay? Just let me swing my sword. The screams of death. It's very satisfying using this greatsword. It's very cool. I'm surprised the flames don't set the color of the Arbearer's armor on fire, but that's just me. I really wish that we can get into this castle very soon. I'm very excited to see what they're putting in there. The new longsword one is such a joke. Which one, Gray? Which rune? I'm trying to kite Saccade over this mural, but he keeps dashing off the ledge. Jam. Yeah, he does definitely do that. You've got to keep him engaged. Just light, easy attacks on him will generally entice him your way. With the tile sets for the Saccade, though, they do generate differently each time. I would definitely look at probably a guide for the later part of that one. There should be some information through the Soulframe Discord. There's a particular puzzle in there that's quite difficult to open, I believe, unless you've got access to the Triune Amulet, though. So there's quite a version of ways to be able to get this Saccade done. But there's certainly a very big puzzle within there, which is worth doing, absolutely, for the Triune Amulet. There are some very good amulets around, but while the event is in the game, I would highly recommend getting the Triune Amulet as well. I wouldn't bypass it. It's a very good amulet, even on its own. So this is the one here. It does contain the 3 other fragments. I actually picked these up to showcase exactly what they are as extras, which build into this particular amulet. So it gives you 3 courage, 3 grace, 3 spirit. It is still a very good talisman. I would highly recommend getting that from the Cicade event while it is active within the game. Donkey, I appreciate your soul patronage, my friend. Yeah, the Cicade is not very intelligent, but he's very strong, so I wouldn't take him lightly, though. He can kick your ass a couple of times, if you're not careful. That longsword rune that throws out your weapon as projectiles. I mean, that was the one that I was actually mentioning before. It's not too bad. I mean, granted too, it's a brand new rune. It's not going to get completely, like, what you see is basically being tested, so that is something I do iterate time and time again. It may look goofy now, but doesn't necessarily it's going to stay that way. Let's put it on Vetch. That's a bug, that's for sure. Let's have a look. Pull Smite reduces armor. Sure, let's do that. Additional Smite chance and attack speed. Wonderful. I clearly like my setups. Alright, there we go. I mean, it does look a little bit silly, I guess, but I mean, it's just a brand new rune. It's to be adjusted on the time frame of Soulframe as well, so it doesn't mean that it's actually going to stay this way. I forgot that we don't have the camera action anymore. Oh man, are you kidding me? A lightning stone, of all things. I'm disappointed in myself. Alright, Sparagon, where am I going? Jesus, where's your pathing taking me? Come on, bird, get it together. That is the weirdest pathing I've ever seen. And this is probably the longest journey I've ever taken to get back to the, the envoy frame. I hope that we make it. Hot little landing. Come on, Sparagon. Thank God. Okay. Who's really annoying? The archer. And apparently he can still throw his arrow at me while he's chained up in there. Okay. Alright, well, the Benneret's dead too. That's the power of the, Brumius. We used to be able to get to, I would probably say the highest armor rating I had overall was about 111. Preludes 12 patch. It does look like it's been adjusted a little bit, but I still have a feeling armor seems slightly off to me for some reason. Where am I going? Alright, just down here. I'm going to put the marker. Sparagon. Away. I love the little trill that he's got. He really doesn't like flying over edges, though, even though he's a bird. It's like he's scared to fall off. Come on, buddy. Take me home. Ah, look. We've got another sneak. Hello. I would like to take your stuffs. Excusez-moi. I will move away very slowly and silently, and I will slowly kill your children. The plants. Waha. Excellent. There we go. I can get to 111 still, but then I won't have any physical armor, and I'm not taking that compromise. I haven't really boosted so 85. See, that's a thing I'm trying to figure out. Where is it? Just with the armor. And I swear I've got 20 courage. I've got a full 27 courage, but then... Oh no, sorry, that's spirit. What am I thinking? I'll work on the armor a little bit later, but I'm sure that we could get to 111. Ah, that's why. The ODX's stronger, I think. So what have I got? I've got duck. Duck, duck, goose. Defense against stagger, 19 magic armor. Why does that seem different? Why is that different? I don't think one of the totems is working. Because that's only got one armor totem in there, and it's got a higher defense. Why? Where I've got 2 armor totems, a 10 physical armor, and a magic armor in there, it's like it's not registering it. But I've got technically 48. So why is that working? Oh, it's the stability. Damn it. Nuts. So defense against stagger, eh? Where are you, my friend? Excellent. Alright, that's even better, because this pact definitely scales off armor. So where is more armor? I know that this one boosts it a little bit, so that's 3 points. What should... Oh no, it's only physical. Wait, yeah, that should be 3 points of armor. 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think of what else I put on it, though, because I still could get my armor higher. Anywho. Ducks and deer give you more overall armor, but that you have low physical. Yeah, I've been noticing that. It's really annoying. Yo. Ow. Uh-oh. I live dangerously. Ah. My god, that was close. Let's do it again. Excuse me. Shrimp. Hello, sir. Ow. I think Cogah is a bit more bulked. Oh, well, I mean, we do have the debuff. I forgot about that before. So we get a debuff to our health, our armor, stability, and I think the speed. Yeah, it's got the little time next to the heart. And damage, I think, output as well, which is understandable. I mean, it's a hard mode. So I shouldn't really complain too much, but I will complain sometimes. Okay, I took a swing at you, you took a swing at me. Oh dear, okay. You're very annoying. That's just one previous hit. And there's the sword. Yo, doggo, you're ruining my moment, man. Fun. Wow, that AoE from this particular pack is insanely good. It hits the bell from here. That is crazy. I love that effect. It's one of my favorites. How far does this AoE hit? That's crazy. I want to try it one more time. So it's roughly about where this mushroom is. That far away to the bell. Okay, so it's just a little bit more forward. So it's roughly here, all the way down there, up to the bell, is how far this Bromius will hit. That's dope. Very cool. Alright. Well, I think it is starting to come to the conclusion of the stream this evening, my friends. This has been an absolutely super fun run, I'm not gonna lie. I also think it's quite cool that we're pulling a power stance with the Envoy, and it looks like they're grabbing the greatsword, but they don't. There we go. There we go. Awesome. I think we did get a purity fragment too. I did go and purchase the greatsword though, mostly so I can like play around with it and have a look. But I'm really glad that I did. I did want to use some of the arcs in the shop, and I think I actually did negatory. I did create and craft the purity. It was the Needle's Eye greatsword that I decided to purchase because I thought I cannot be asked looking through the patch notes just now, so I did purchase that one on top of the Paragon Pact. But you can actually farm the fragments from this from any tier 2 faction tail as well, so keep that in mind. If you are looking to get that for free, basically you can get that through the tier 2 faction tails of any faction that you have access to while you're running their faction tails as well. So I think, there we go, clunky clunk. Sakai decided to split himself into a wall, so I had to log in, log out. That's annoying. Grey Satanic, yeah, the AoE on the Bromius Rump Thump is absolutely crazy. I would probably say secondary to that, or not even secondary, the Arcstorm rune of the magical weapons is extremely large as well. So I don't know the exact radius of it, but once this passive goes off, I'm sure that you guys have seen it in the game too. It will absolutely smash enemies that are about like 10 meters away. That also being said, with the Preludes, the Skilter, and the Thrice Burns as well, the Hurlwind is exactly like the Arcstorm rune. It gives you 125% voltaic damage output for 30 seconds. It is very good. Orbiting Flyblades reducing enemy armor by 10 works very nicely. But also the slow on enemies is very good. The 40% damage to nearby enemies is very good, bar a few things. I would probably say if you are looking to use Oshelda, I would not recommend using that. That's also something that I think Sarah Loves Archery mentioned to me, I think last week. If you're looking to bestone an enemy and you have that damage to nearby enemies on it, it actually breaks the bestone. So if you are trying to localize, say like a headshot with a bow, and then use a flyblade with that particular totem on it, it will break the bestone, which is really, really annoying. So keep that in mind when you're playing around with a lot of your totems. The damage nearby is actually very good, but yeah, just keep that in mind as well. I would probably say on this particular setup with the short blades, damage nearby enemies, they do have to be quite close to you as well. I haven't actually played with the Coblad just yet, but I would really like to because it is a beautiful weapon. Thrice Burns also I have not played with all that much. The sound of it alone sounds amazing. I think the sound team have done an exceptional job on a lot of how the sounds come through the game. So I'm extremely pleased with the sound of this particular weapon. Also the Estelle, but also the Astel, I think it's called. Sorry, the Elder Staff. The sound of this weapon alone is just magical to my ears as well. I love it. Estelle, Gwillin, and even the Airstreet staff got like a little bit of a buff. If you guys aren't aware of the buffs that did come to some of the weapons in the game, I would highly recommend jumping over to the Soulframe Discord again. It's just got a ton of information. And yeah, the Starling Bow, absolutely. It's got an amazing a sound to it as well. I'm actually being that lazy. I'm just going through my inventory to pull it up right there. Yeah, the Starling is an amazing weapon. I would like to see its achievement rating set up to 3 stars because it is a founder's weapon. To me, I feel like it should have a little bit more oomph rather than being a 2-star. I know it may not be something that's hugely significant, but visually to me, this bow is extremely powerful, and I definitely think it requires 3 stars. I think the Elder as well should also be a 3-star. Also, Igne Mora, I personally think it should be 3 stars because it has such a significance to the Fenyotar, the Viking. Marrow's Bane, I can certainly understand why it's got a 3-star as well. It's very strong. The Needle's Eye, I think greatswords, I don't know how the ranking systems really work all that much. I have seen the buff of the 2 stars come in for the Odiak, which is nice. The Digris actually got reduced down to 2, but I found that very interesting. I think the Thrice Burns are very nice as well. So the Grin certainly deserves 2 stars at least. It's a very good sidearm. Very, very powerful short sword as well. Skilter, very great. Like, amazing. It is grace-based. I don't know if I'm actually going to keep it grace-based, personally. I think I may actually switch it over to courage, which I probably can do with a bit of lifesteal, to be honest, just to shake it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be the Quicksilver. But, I mean, the charge rate is very good on these. With the headshot multiplier, it's more applicable to bows than anything. So I could probably actually switch those up now while I'm talking about it, just so I can showcase a little bit of the joinery system to some of the new envoys. Because I think it is good to share all of the information, not just some of it. So let's have a look. Reforge. Where is Skilter? There we are here. So instead of using, say, like the headshot multiplier, I did go for the weapon charge rate. So that does help in this particular setting of getting the Aura as well. But I'm actually thinking about switching it over to courage. So it gives me 20 plus damage and lifesteal, which is very nice. I don't know how much the lifesteal is, but I think for a particular weapon like Skilter, I think lifesteal, it looks like a savage little weapon. So I want to apply that to that particular weapon, which is quite nice. So there's the Skilter, and I will be re-leveling that at some point, but it's not a top priority at the moment. So overall, that is pretty much the wrap for the stream, I would say. Big thank you to all of you for spending time and just hanging out. I also love the fact that Tuvilkane is still trying to interrupt me and talking about her weapon crafting skills. She definitely needs a hug. Wear it and wait until he wears the overworld again and fight him. Do that with all 3. Which one is this one? Cicade. You guys are talking about the Cicade event. Yeah. There are a few little bits and pieces in your journal that you can actually get a little bit of help with on that particular, I guess, fable. Where is it? The Crypt of the Cicade. So it does have a little bit of information on this, but it also has a lot of information from the Crypt of the Cicade. This note is exceptionally helpful with a few clues around. I would probably point out the very top line would be very significant. I would also point out that in the second one, red suns sound very enticing. So I'd be checking the time, I would say that. And then also with this particular one through here, I would say look at the last moon. Essentially, it's morning, noon, and night is what this whole entire poem is talking about. You do have to wear those fragments that I showed you before, but you do have to acquire them, and then you have to wear them at a certain point, a day, evening or nighttime, and early morning. But have a look at the fragments themselves. Where are they? These ones here. Press tab on them, and it will give you a little bit more of a an indication, even just by the name. You've got the dusk pendant, you've got the dawn pendant, you've got the midnight pendant. But these little poems on the other side definitely help. So there's the green moon, so that you know that that's nighttime, dawn, and then dusk. And once you actually complete all 3 souls into that, you can actually build the Trine amulet. But you won't necessarily know that until you actually do what you need to within the Cicade event as well. Necrosis, what's going on? Upper, can you use your Webbit Seed and last fast travel to the island out in the tree? If you can I join so I can open up the tree there? I will just double check and see how many Webbit Seeds I've got left. I've only got 2. I'll just double check and see if I have any on the tree. Funny enough, it's Christmas time, almost, so I'm really hoping that I do have more. What I'll do, Necrosis, I know that you may be in a little bit of a shtick to get that island. What I will say is I'm going to wait until tomorrow to actually teleport people there, but I would rather do it in a full squad now rather than just one person. The only reason why I say that is because Webbit Seeds are a little bit rarer to come by, specifically more so like the time frame. So I'm happy to do it. Check in with me tomorrow, but I'll see if I can bring multiple people, or at least 2 people while we do it. But I am happy to do it. I just want to wait till I get more of the Webbit Seeds or the Song Seeds to do that. So that's not a problem at all. If you have 7, if you want to join me. Oh, wow. You got 7, Gray? Holy. Yeah, I think, Gray, you would... Yeah. I would definitely say, like, if there's anyone else wanting to go do the tree, definitely do it. If you've got multiple seeds, for sure. I think I just want to keep, like, a minimum stockpile of stuff at the moment. But I am happy to do the transport. But, Gray, if you're happy to do that as well, thank you very much. I shouldn't be too far off getting more of the Webbit Seeds anyway. But yeah, I would definitely be doing, like, block transport taxis to the tree for sure. So, but thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure helping out with you guys too. And Gray, you're an absolute champion. You always are. That's very nice. I think both of you have got the same name in chat and in game, so it actually makes it a lot easier. So what I'll do for everyone on Twitch, I can transport you with love to another streamer of Soulframe. But for me and the YouTube fam, unfortunately, I will be ending the stream. So let me just jump into the channels as well and see who we have online. If you guys have got any recommendations as well, I am very happy to take them. Oh wow, Tactical Potatoes on. We might as well drop in and say hi. I've never been able to actually raid him, so I don't know if he actually is accepting raids. But it'll be nice to hear his voice again. Say hi to John. I'll actually just double check if he's actually taking raids. He definitely would be though. Awesome. All right, I'll drop you guys up with John, Tactical Potato. He's a very cool dude. So thank you very much for hanging out with me as well. Please have fun. No, he can't do the... okay, he doesn't have raids on. Nuts. I was hoping I could. Oh well. Let's have a look. That would have been really cool if we could. But he is El Professional. I know he is. Shuby's online. Awesome. Cool. I'll drop you guys off with Shubidoo Gaming. Very, very cool. Awesome. Lovely jubbly. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please give Shubidoo lots of love, and I will be back on, I would probably say, roughly around the same time tomorrow evening, so about like 8 PM my time, roughly as well. So I hope you guys have a a very good day, evening, or night, and I will catch up with you guys again very soon. And enjoy the raid, and I will see you guys soon. Ciao for now.